rem Algeria na Newton and Peter Lante when it goes stars team no and an update ahead of the game boss betting Newton Peter Lante and some anchor live on the show na yebe rem na fi adin komana Ghana League no so much say Basso and Rahas a boy woman 11 wonders woman chomo kaba phobia the best the Continental Club Masters and woman see from that one summer ba at the Amanado play the show is live on TV and digital satellite now play and after Facebook Wontumi TV live on Facebook Wontumi TV live on Facebook also why a part of the show now play now you man some come up production no I am very tight this morning led by executive producer OKT ranking the top ranking member or boy Yechidom Sodrak and after some production room or pressure from United when we brought and speedy recovery come German after director our director now to play Branch Derek and Lord one and a Jumano a day a mayonnaise so now you know I anybody come on after Bafo and so ebe join the live studio na ya tin komo pa na nyaman so I come me the Capo the Supremo the sisters man ya ne atram na fe ya rane akomu se dumienu ebe bo na bibian so I come fancy Di Maria atachi fancy bo ya chirom ne anope ya enye asem ketua kra fancy Di Maria and so el how tachi yes ya be rem na fe ya didi din komo ahyan so esa yen so no abuzo p question of the day and so nkomo ewa yebedi na wahye so adama me ma yanko Facebook no na yeni nkomo Wontumi TV live on Facebook and so yaba drop yan us no a day amount Ntiana washa no so say us ne de bia ya mamudi wiki de ams mafa bi pa wiki ya besa to aso awie na otwi mu na ya hwede e besi achire de amamo ewonsam anonu ntodi ani say o join live on Facebook Wontumi TV live Facebook no so na fe ye kom ya nim junior sonati join live and after Evelyn Boateng ejna so Prince Mensa watching show live this morning I said Edith Lucas and also monitor as Chelsea update on no and so day abantu join na fe ye di enkomo and I play live on Facebook no Wontumi TV live na ya tutu enkomo na bibia so etimi akoye ade amanchina join ye na yankoye nim so no so na bibia etimi enkoye pa na fe yanto asofo even say rich way or some rich way from Asokore or say I don't joke with your program you are doing a great job and no and so thank you very much we a message what day about breakthrough ban so a message one so the atoso den say or monitor na pro bia we breakthrough Muhammad and Musa Abdul Salam and so as killing on any day and what the other network be good to us today as our network yes and over Jumana come up network men to think kokra cause any abre and ano painti network ya juma na bibia nso enye kama pa ye bedam na nuama nso aye kama nti ye ba demom ye bana ye dinkomo na wo mo taye chi Natural Company Limited wo ma dare mo boy chi dom na no pain Natural and American for the say draw do papa Ghana obia pebia esa ene ya can say press love capsules me say ade wo e can say prostate mo 3p garlic mixture wo mo tayachi and anopay and afi kojak wo mo ade kojak and charcoal toothpaste na boyachi dom anopay cement vita herbal mission capsules again wo mo so boy yachi dom dendende yaksen herbal mixture yaksen and some na kaubi and after Imulit herbal supplement Imulit for and so boy Yechirom Dentente and I will pay past specialist herbal hospital eteche and after Unye PM and so our bar herbal hospital Dr. Bansu Teche Dentente and I will pay additional as the Dentente and after Currency Ventures Romo boy Yechidom Zaramis Chanini G capsules no and Romo de boy Yechidom Lawson Beverages Limited Delayman Beaters and after Delayman capsules and so now boy Yechidom Birmingham and it so herbal clinic Dr. Dawusu as a brain after on fire in the Abibidro and Sawani area and fire Alaska as I'm in country say about what purpose so 3D 5D one and after Median I had yes OD a day amount and January so me Dimafo and some Dr. Time that's so doctor and Taroma Yajan and Odwani I bet Dr. Time that's so with doctor and some Juma no kama Adama Tabia herbal comparing dash so much na Tabia some in countries and run it Tabia bar capsules makes a weekend Takumi DB at a Frivina and Yaman Somaya Kama Best Brain Publication Limited Womu Adaruma books on Krano from Bezeg 1 to 6 Ninano Womu Anatem Aba Women Biamo Ruta Natural Product no a Ruta Life and a Ruta Tonic New Ruta Mister Womu Adaruma and a Sonia Day Ba Adam Mama Janjame Dental Clinic I was say and I will word to my braces and I was some I was so sofa and I good and I cloudy and I would them not to swanning nano what when you at your high sense and Daruma a banisa in the home appliances here when we are only the banisa be out TV and I send the air condition and I offer would when you better insurance no now I could pay the bet way you may try your bed yes and now you drop pay us no I'm a bet was ultra bet no now points accumulate send me a drum na send me a bet ultra crown when ya o points there o sabeka o points in the obenya na nwa so I come at Diamantia no asan so e de amane pa betway.com.gh wo mu adaro wo mu ka wo bi and I pay ABC game no draw no yama nyame adoma 10 eba ABC game na ya ultra from 5 cities corner I was taking off star 262 hash na say what pick 3 letters na nyame adom na ya draw no now letter bar what this car I want some I don't know and I say the one Wontumi sika tudo and some an American for at the amanano places say I will be na when you sika pa dia way and a soldier no mo nyabotre in start ya Ballon at the amai star 426 star 20 has opa na what radio betwabia na we no mudano Wontumi di up to 5 billion nasa enye easy cry we more depanji asere city anom and I'm a deal some at the Abanitisa and the Kona no pay. Yeah, Banafia Bedin Como, Eufia, you ma atnasi, you ma to for her, and I feel Bawa, and so our hanty, and okay. I remember Nafia Baby escaping me Kakenti Bana Yababe and Nafia to Asudi a free ho Eddie amount. Now, my question of the day, Baba. But before that, my mama better for Quabe Niger. Womu Emra Man, you know, the man, you Red Devil, no Red Devil, no Beku. Yeah, it's a sign as well, Capo. Benny Day. Red sounds my favorite color. Okay. When it's and I was our now with the Philippa, what champions they my opinion, but still now Philip Misuka Kran Masewa. Must tell world champions, you're my to level. I'm very warm. Okay, good. Why are they pa? What match world champion? Masabo pa. Man will be a NBA. No more. So man, that some me say me here. Inti my dream. Me bomb pie so goes in no so. Now the draw. Me the draw. Then na who say? Obi abehye enye mo. Na fi my film from Copa Mayarena ni na we Sanchez susu bumbo mu hu ye ne hin otu na wo no na chese nsemba sasa omaha papa is he crying in kabi is he go da wakoka ehe samono crowd mo so mo Chelsea no man ni Capo crime ze mo pe o se say ni de kwa akoye ndi say ya sa ne be ya emra chenti see ye bank up into de ye rivalry distraction is yen say ye hu sa ye pick na fe ye pick up so auntie okay we ba ko bawa ewu ana bafo okay bafo boko de Capo wi aboko okay ya basa ni de na oze ni pa osori ya ye the breath of life. Oh, of course nyame ya adom na ya ba na obi so a Manchester United GC de the bibia be fine na wo hobia na Debbie ade ade akoma yare be ba de na Debbie sami sare wa kuma ne ya wasa
Adia dia kuma ya everybody.
Utu akuma tata
for crowd na.
Ebeboa. But say o me na the talk of the town.
Oh yeah, so say there.
We've always been the talk of the town.
Some ways.
I say But baby be fine.
Oh yeah. So you Ghana on.
Oh yeah, sure.
The two.
Aye.
Okay, promo for no.
Aye.
Well, you're about to cover now to pay now. I dropped the question of the day now online on Facebook no. Muhammad Musa Abdul Salim agent so and I feel Alka Blaze watching last this morning. Ali Saib also show no our Facebook Kwame Blaze agent so and I feel Shimano Ladai and so monitor show no our in Facebook and I no pay and Nanaja and so share and I feel Musa Jexi and so is watching as this morning our Facebook no sin tun so bet me I join the nano pay na fi wa share a day amay na fi atimi akoya nim dendende na bibia atimi ayekama e wo nti I want some no na yeba din komo ene amuzu pi esa ye musa question we Dr. amuzu pi no aye hunam yawo ana se enam yare adro intimation pa se enuama nkoye emfam hawa obepebi na afi so anomo yoba na afi enuama nkoye ewo ene wonnem ana afi umpama gudia unya adro bi na afi onum ebeyi sa nuama ni nyina afi o ede amancha na wahye no so apɛ amuzu pi ni bi na wanum na ene you know you can say Spain Basu Atletico and after Real Madrid game no Basu na question of the day I say who will carry the day between Julian Alvarez and after Kylian Mbappe yeah sama yebu sanko fe miemre ne dan eto ebeto pa dan obia ebe enso betuni tu na hwan ana agidi se obewia game na Alvarez am say week ya ewie be wie juma wadi ewo you can say Montino so enya asem 20 years ebefa anase Mbappe no so de enim de otimi ye nti gofo amienu ene achewadwe ne faudie ebre na yenim komotofo ugiri se ne munu se be rag game no ba we yanke ho a ye de ba these two guys tonight and I say na wie
it's going to be interesting. First of all,
yeah.
They are good strikers. In fact, Baku ye elite, Baku ye another settled striker out of 2 top leagues, and I say 5 of the top leagues. No, wabom and I say we feature actually say indeed you can trust him when it comes to goal scoring. Julian Alvarez, but with Kylian Mbappe, the wire France, the all year with Spain. Any the wire at the national team level no clearly you could see say ono na above and I say ono na the quality no was right mouse ne doors no in terms of only Julian Alvarez. But Julian Alvarez ain't a bad player obitimi ma center forward role obitimi ma supporting striker role obitimi abo across the front three ni the same as Kylian Mbappe. But as to who will carry the day no it depends on the teammates be trusting well enough. At times Madrid wingers no more or surrounding Mbappe no they almost trusting the ball in man there, but some way somehow no me feel say they also have things to prove for themselves. Vinicius be take 1-2 or person say Obertomi and I say mensu metimi aye then Rodrigo then Mastantuano so epese quickly or ye be na or settle with team that quick. So it will come down to the teammates be trusting well enough. No me pia ball na man. But with Julian Alvarez, unse we don't know Alexander Charlotte backup striker. And no ball to feet no nya de bebre. So you trust Julian Alvarez say even a bad set piece crowd and the baby nature bebo. So for me I think say if Atletico Madrid get their groove, none teammates need trusting well enough there. Julian Alvarez beats my carry the day, but Mbappe is always Mbappe, world class, elite finisher, quality striker. Beats my something out of nowhere, and momentum now when ya from last season, or say 40 plus goals. Ediababe Rem this season, no, I think that he's not looking back, and he can also do something to carry the day. But I feel say the teammates never trusting well enough for Mobi Piama ni Bebreno. Say Madrid for me say when gets ni na ye BB Derby we na me boaji dey no man. Mbappe there he might not carry the day, but he has the quality as an individual. So beat my ABB. So for me, I think I'll go with Julian Alvarez. I think he could beat him a surprise here because game this, you know, those are my head start, and I say Omunya head starts. Acquire rough, patchy purple patch momo, but you can trust them. Say at least Julian Alvarez or mobile piano man and know it's in game.
Okay, to follow me back for Facebook for the revival is of Real Man for Donko say I want to sports is born and I will pay and what Yaba Bas Zachary, and so as a good morning to you, best sports station, keep it up and watch Rock Kofi Julian Alvarez and we'll call Ediaman Kwame Alonso Alonso from Wasakropon or Kodiama Julian Alvarez or no and ebe carry the day and what Yaba Kofi Yesu as Mbappe ebe carry it to home and what day Abba and then I will play live on the show. Ajua connect to say Julian Alvarez and Ajua connect to and so Ediaba Lasa Mohammed say Mbappe all the way and one also a day Amaya Donko Emmanuel say good morning hi fancy and one also a trote Abba Mosem say Kofi and they cried to all can network was say yes be bianso ebe kama where Dunkwa Enzo was say Julian Alvarez and you be who game numpa and one also a trote Abba so say as Chelsea is winning their game and one also a day Abba when so a Donko Zman was I prefer Mbappe too and what about Minister Lawrence Oforiaman so as okay on them ready with Haraza Junior said the referee will carry the day, the referee will carry the day and what they about as a referee no and then they have any game okay yeah that's why Hazard Junior no I also no Bafo Kakra
Capo, to start with last message ironically referee will be the game no we're officiating Madrid derby twice,
okay,
and each of the two sides have gotten a win each,
okay,
extending by far by extension we're the 14 games in Madrid games lose just 3 I win 11, okay, so basically there's a lot of attention on him but game no proper but between the two strikers so we had the statistics before these two players this particular season. Kylian Mbappe made 10 goal involvement, 7 in the league, 2 in the Champions League, 1 assist to cater for. Julian Alvarez, I see there's something special with Atletico Madrid. Almost start the season now, you won't see them well. But 1 week to the Madrid derby, they are a different side altogether. And this particular season, Julian Alvarez and Chelsea just 1 game in the first 5 games of the season. And last week against Rayo Vallecano, Kobo hat-trick. And so, for me, so I had the statistics above us with these two players. And in Yomo so far in the 6 games of Mabo in the La Liga, I have a strong conviction that ABA and Neyibu Kylian Mbappe very well. But a big gamer, it will depend on these two players. Wow, we had the better of the day. No, ABA will team back carry the 3 points.
Wow. Everybody me interested about referee now be dino because is it Spain for 70 referee in the no pa e be nyade crack e be is o ma sheda so ma e dey o and we dey do baby na Madrid for so na hurry and so ma kwa mama do for akwa akusu because kokebo ya na no bo akwa yi Augusto Batala minimum violence power say this there
a problem.
Omo referee need and you the Ghana Premier League cry on switch on memory. You also well, Madam Asiama Kwaba na afia kwaba no ba na ya sa ba beto so bafo ana afia to 4 beba na afia o ma be papa mu ediama na anupi Abraham Cristiano Ronaldo ebekoso network ne de na enyenyenyenze mu complain o Facebook fa na mo de kakrakra ba na twanimu ana yesi but itoma mo be enjoy show no live on Facebook nti I want some kakra eno no na nanso a betway no codes no bi o ha aye be chama mo na nsa na yewramu ewo amono ne die dikan no aye di free me 18 off na banti asira kan so project ade amamo na afimo se de nuama enso no be sia kodiafa aderika BW 1480BD99 and we 18 odds. The etoso 9 odds BW1480CFE3 and we 9 odds and yede atoso no dia babium 8 BW1480DB28 and also 8 odds and dia atoso 5 odds BW14880E478 and also a 5 odds no and 700 let's say 7,000 odds
on fire
ada Capo ni Gideana
as the way abon pusa 7,000 odds na okay to dia ba no pay we can be 700,000
your friend all or nothing
with the MCS the top private jet
yes all or nothing
oh yes
if we are private jet or African abesa
come on go think you into 7,000 no a BW 1480F69C BW 1480 F69C 7,000 we can one person abroad so
more fire
music I
fancy a CD and a dream
what you say
the dream
hey ever fall ever kakra we 7,000 we bopa dia hey anytime I want to name the akawe no be okay finish Shadrack no my show me na me take show me Shadrack
Maza
sika buy ho sika so ya branch here
ma Shadrack host ya say na 5 hours me 12 times
na otiachi na
sasa na minimum
otiachi wo ya be kwa mo na na afi ya to aso de amamo na no pe na bibia so e kama ntudo mo be kwa ba na afi ya sai aba na afi mo de details ni nyina ba nti ya ba be room na afi ato aso wo Dr. Benesi of Movement Ginger Bitters Dr. Beneno no yencha ne anu paper life and anu pay webiem as a custom and afi custom apusu and brother Noah and Stefano Munina mo monitor ma biem ya kwa bona na afi ya da mono nsem no atoaso adi akọ edi afa mze network ne still the gusu agina so nti ye ko amane sharak ye nye na afi ya mompaye na yinrem nkrofon kroso ne yemfa amano ne nsem entoaso
Angwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Esentrenia no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa ila henu Yehuwa ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika Uvika na Veshika
anything when the Ziana maybe be room na bibianso I come here room na fi I the details na ba El Nasa mame Ronaldo Cravano to so mame na yem kosisi na enra adwuma mu di ye ho no yem fa kakra enso embra na yem hyere nuama ebusia commission fire starting after the latest no enso ade abena no pe adama bra utie Wontumi 101.3 ana fe Wontumi TV ayatem the latest nina no ade ba ye start our Saudi enra wo mu kamera baso announcer wo mu ebo editia eletia dovoko na no Ronaldo ne Benzema no enso mkosia ama kamera baso na kamera baso kamera koso sisaso na ye wie na fe yembo El Nasa wombo boko Nasar fono wo mu bo 2 goals editia itiada ya den samde de basanto money ama tire kai kasante ma El Nasa boko ma Ronaldo enso at the second goal etwaso adem ama team na later sini na no ya dem ama na no pe so no so na wɔn protecte Sadio Mane wɔn ana ball go dikana go a wuri ade to net na de bra yɛn kanche wansa ana wɔn na nya semeto pagya ball enso mo fetire ama kyese ne ball na nsi from kra ana no maso ama tena enso mo kasa ya latest ni nyina no ya dem ema na ro pe o so no so na we ne Sadio na man for stance mu a ball in a dead day or Sadio Mane go a eno enso to net na so nya enso aya adwuma ni nyina ventilators no dem na ba Ronaldo enso mo go ne ba na Ronaldo go a wade ato net na similar Ronaldo SSR go away enso ade tia Chelsea 2013 pre-season na sa similar go na ananra wunia enso ade to net tema announcer eboboko no eno ayedefo no mateba latest ni nyina no yadem ema na ro pe so no so TCR7 enra o ma go enso makasai na Arab commentators masa ma ngofo edu ba bia na utumi say feel any emotions no enso na bad go enra said na commentators yes temu enso na ya juma krofo ma say man for cheze we mo nyina support El Nasa we mo Ronaldo enso na supporters na say fan at MCR17 no ni nyina enso mo ya nyoma ekoso ewa krofo ma no say delators ni nyina no atem na ba na enra Ronaldo enra woni supporters no after so mo ye wo mo enso respect and my supporter because wo na ba abetatre ama adwuma some comment mo ekoye tradition say the bio mo ya no and also na course tradition goes on wo mo ekobo mo some adema wo mo na wonim say Rio Ferdinand wono and some ekodiri dwuma our Saudi enra na Rio Ferdinand Federal yes Rio Ferdinand masa say Saudi one the commentators say analysts for and some no mo and Rio Ferdinand Federal and some lokoy na okoye ne analysis our game no so bra na onu ye commentator our game and on answer to my cross na Rio Ferdinand one Ronaldo and we siaye na omu siaye match as for the first time in the brainier and unya and some let me unya na san komo koso na omu tin komo our pitch no so after so mu ye no and interview ekoso obia na only Rio Ferdinand tin komo our no aye commentator of the day and we be some no say na oko Ronaldo no pitch no so yes mu ye some wini CR7 ekodin komo na nkoma mumu ko di ya no den na uka no so me catch Ronaldo say league ne de aye dan ya wo mu ana betimi enso awini league no eno aye de phone ma de mu ana e capable of winning Ronaldo so o so Ronaldo catch say enye is sao game no ya fan a game by game eno aye kaka no ere tuja ya do some de man Ronaldo no anya na twin say ase o koye no akasesam aso ya be fa ye ne be win Ronaldo so mu no one say game after game and what no and some at buy do something no from Emanado Pro so now when say Ronaldo enra the go number 946 and enra one and some say our group permanent say unia and some 9,000 goal no one some 20,000 goals galore and unia say enra 946 goal and some not by latest no ya dem number now say Sadio Mane enra ball pa enra mechanic goal no one some nanka yenya project etem amaunia sado si Ballon and some the free to and see from cra and one and some other two atinamu ya de won sama deba na man of the match ni na no eko de Sadio Mane after Sandra was born go I don some no from never after second game eko na man of the match omo and then didn't come out say onia game no cross no so game ni de na tension and after pressure e won because Saudi one would do reada I dey say it yard for womu and some all nasa womu share a pressure game and after tension and some no na ni na no womu etimi and some na really game na sedan womu dema Allah I know de Sadio Mane adem na tuja ya de and latest na deba ne wi no and after Ferdinand and some na Karim Benzema say Benzema womu ana elusu game na no Benzema ya mre awonu match say Benzema na enye kra enti Benzema ne wani Rio Ferdinand and womu dia after second no corner we anya don some no atem na bench Fedro and Benzema enye na unim say Laurent Blanc our manager from Omai and as Etienne Woboko no na ono so omuzana say ana nyama enso esitie and waso de oka and say ohwese na nyama enso esia kwa one the obaka say a stronger side and a winning game because ohwese na me nyama siko ye o game no mama sanra enso boa manka say enso no pampame ditum enso no bo enra El Narusa womu bo womu pa anom the Laurent Blanc attitude yatem na won something ano and some yatem anti sadra kanafe why the match kana say all project and some yatem na sadra kanwa akobe ba stadium anu asem wa mesala pa nanwa wutumi sa gama we chese usia de pa na say obi an kan chese akoi Nsusabie wosia ne nuama enye sala na ze obetimi adada wa ball ni Liverpool jersey and wadem abanchenu a waro ensom na ba betachire ama nuama ensom na kwa kama eto nsem ni nyina no adem ama na Ronaldo asase Ronaldo wie ya okono ana o tiatia journalists and some trophy a wo ensom ewo Ronaldo tia kwa ba kwa wo say you are not strong, you need to go to gym. Ronaldo say masa akwawe wo pa na some training na wo mo ball wo so win the training ye Ronaldo response to the journalist. Say you are not strong, go to gym. You know, and you're catching some training after say, and I was shaking the hand was almost on your bema cry, and we see out of 7 across, you know, and you're telling how many real fun and gentlemen are ready on Ronaldo league, you know, sir, when we say now, now Ronaldo so step by step, young Cherry Ferdinand, on yet was so junior power as an answer, every winning league, you know.
After the game and talked to you, what did he say?
Yeah, he's very, again, business-like. He's like, I said to him, you look like you could win the league this year. He says, hey, one game at a time. This is sensible, you know. We get carried away. We're fans, we're pundits and stuff, but I said before the game, there's no doubts this guy, if he finishes his career here in Saudi and he doesn't win the league, it will kill him. He wants to win the league. He wants to be successful. Yes, he wants to score 1,000 goals.
Can he reach it?
Of course. Look today, the movement today for the goal. Everyone is standing still. The only person who can smell the goal or the ball coming is him. He's 40 years old, but his mind is moving quicker than the younger guys.
That's a different case that we should study about it. Al-Ittihad, what do you think?
Yeah, I was disappointed with Etihad today. I thought they were lacklustre. I thought Bergwijn had a chance at 0-0. The game would have been different if he scores. A great cross comes in, he took a touch and tried to come back on his right foot, and the chance was gone. Benzema showed a couple of moments of quality, but they just didn't have enough. I think Al-Nassr just overpowered him in every department. More authority in the way they played. Today, Al-Nassr looked like the big brother to Etihad. That's what it looked like to me.
So basically a title from this game where you're further
the whole Saudi Arabia and so the stadium no capacity nipa and the two teams in an idea more Saudi and some now only a different kind of some Ferdinand and some of the Temanra and why you can say Jose Mourinho Benfica Mourinho and some and his own Fesenti Benfica game no about so am I Jose team no about my day every new my winning game na Mourinho way Mourinho no more and some winning game na them 2-1 and I Jose Mourinho Benfica every year na Mourinho go no by cancellation go no by no na Jose any gentleman no the ball boy no and some celebrate and come up and Jose me and I want ball boy na just na ni adia I'm one ball boy and I celebrate Jose Mourinho electors no and you them by Jose Mourinho and so say the next two games no against Chelsea the former club UEFA Champions League and FC Porto and some Ababaso there in the Portuguese League in the next two games in the Morsi Obaba Chelsea our Stamford Bridge no Porto and some other league in the Jose Mourinho and some of them not to and some of the on Chelsea they were canceled after Chelsea and some team of Chelsea team team and say a team in fear into one day or no or call Chelsea Stamford Bridge in no a team or call and so a homecoming at the moment Jose Mourinho and he just saying someone come over with and some mama to say a boss on a day amount our name crew where we also 3 titles and Jose Mourinho I want our Chelsea no I had to say or no and such also history be our new Jose and some part of the history I know I am some Jose Mourinho dia tuda ya dem some the plate ban and Bayern Munchen Bayern for 4 yamo mabaso women Van Bremen and Kemre Baso na Bayern and some Juma Diana Kama and 4 and they goes on a 3 points and a call at them Vasan company and in the team na say Bayern team in the Amza Wakra and Juma mo ayan no day necessary a rent our can and Obia Bonabaso Nina is 104 games and what them must way 100 goals Yamana Baso and San the catcher say Hurricane every record abra not before anyone came no 98 goals and the catcher was a goal and I was 2 goals now already 100 goals Obetra Ronaldo Atra Alan Hala Nina say Ronaldo at the 105 games and I say 100 goals Alan Hala at the 105 games and I say 100 goals and to among Ebo and Rano now I said 2 goals and I'm catch you now also at the 104 games as 100 goals in general Wababe the first player ever I want at the games get one and so Richie and the 100 goals or top 5 leagues yatem and some of the play after some game Eba was the 100 goals at the Bayern Munchen Ebo could send City Hurricane Kakra or the 2 drop. As we promote traditional jersey and no aya white and red na and na omo protest na ekeka this and perifonsan fa womu a traditional jersey emra na do ma ye yanwama bi atasa jersey ash bi and do ma ye and batch bi o ma ye de ama ba amunchi na wo ma jersey sa de ne de omo club do mo so and we say a consent and omo fm ba no ma tie na do mo kan womu and some cancer clubs in it here I supporters at the anti woman opinion and we them naba and to move to no Namia Duma next season woman and so much media supporters no woman come up at the amomo young team ball and the game October 1st abra yabe say me buy for no woman tradition the Bavarian tradition ekoso enra abra woman no RSM the bia betima kama at the amomo na fe October 1st year I'm say buying for no tradition way idea omufa ni agrokra omi ya bibi kakra our stadium enra when we and some about 5 games at the Mavasan company were really 5 I said 22 goals I consider 3 goal difference now and so they be plus 19 and no at the Emma Bayern they say Mavasan company we are Jamaica our SM Yamasum Betima Kama ya this latest thing and the man out of so the Mavasan company now you beside say Hurricane goal record away de amatim no and after no one so boy no say OSM Yamesikwa another great movement that Emma Hurricane and I say recorder on also actually and it's a debiada Hurricane Obia I say or Bobo no cranas go no wasa or relax debiano or call it for more and no can be and I'm gonna to love ya what and some to no I am summer for sign company at them natuda no one son say can also kasai a possible extension because I say over South Bubankra and when you at England yate as a man for now womupe yate a tonam or former club womunya womu Penasana City and what you to das one no we're committed to club your friends are buying Boboko no I can a contract almost 2 years now say when we are interested there is no reason to panic we are the Bayana supporter men seki may him wasina ni je club no so ani je de oye ho enti ade se na mu fa no anso na ntoncha na afenu amanya kama wo musansa lansara record that Premier League mo nanka ya rese wo team say one day obeko na fe eno so wo kwakwa ye wo tuma no so wo no kwa no ofi England awode na ni anso na che Germany no na onim say one day obesa return na fe record no wo anso na tuma ba beto so no more this time they will enjoy ni stay our Bayern and no kakra watem na to the lecture sitting no yatem ema na no pe so na manon noya ana dia to da wase Hurricane ana Robert Lewandowski o musa ne say Lewandowski ana afi Hurricane o mu emsem o mi enu na Bayern de wa woni Germany boa Lewandowski ebe boy ana afi ni boa abranche fence Hurricane and some na board ama Bayern Munchen eboboko no so obia wo quality a obia so ebo no different obia ewo dia sonko a wono enso ngotiti ne juma na do kanyina ne se e kan sa Hurricane dia were extraordinary eno yensama mano noya adem na tuta yate awonsam nyina no adem na Luis Diaz enso eja no aso seko eja kokono ana so adem Luis Diaz a 5 games 4 goals 2 assists and wono enso ngetima project awa yate awonsam ni pedema na sa numbers ekasa enso ngetima unia na unim say was one Dembele and I say Ballon d'Or why Kane as I say ono enso edine hene na unia dine hene yes diwo hene na say diwo hene a dine hene na unim say was say owini the Ballon d'Or award to the player our dikai our man congratulations direct message DM Leo Messi and the dikai and some abona basom asonia why are there pa because na man for pino and some na doubt o crowd boy do baby na injuries how chain and was a Messi ayo bi dikai and some na congratulating no I get them and some the table na Ballon d'Or one vote no I say ana in the sequoia Dembele enya 1,380 vote and onon enti wini ye and afi Lamine Yamal 1,059 vote and onon some 90,059 and abenche Lamine Yamal and some Vitinha enya 703 Mohamed Salah enya 657 Rafinha enya 620 Ashraf Hakimi enya 484 Mbappe enya 378 no Mbappe enya Kopama enya 211 and after Donnarumma enya 172 and after Nuno Mendes so enya 171 and no said the new Mexico and also national to manasa master the journalists no womu si mu vote na when top 100 journalists womu FS and as womu vote na womu sum na the journalists no to Dembele first place vote 73 ana Dembele and some nyaye ana Lamine Yamal I will be second 11 vote and nyaye no I first place vote na say as I'm trying for now womu and some etc woman day TV so and after radio ni ade womu so jitu mu say Dembele ball no na no as Vitinha enya 6 votes no I first place no and after Mohamed Salah enya 4 Ashraf Hakimi enya 3 Mbappe enya 1 Kvaratskhelia enya 1 and Scott McTominay and some enya just a vote na the woman say I bring to friend say Rafinha journalist foot Brazil woman to amano ono anu confront to abano and so amane say ono ana so deserve Ballon d'Or ha dreampa o as a 0 vote and when I say obia journalist obia and some man to amano say Ashraf Hakimi mu na vote from the journalists no we mo top and first vote no and no dear friend by Egyptian journalists bako atoi na Egypt for the day we mo eto edema Lamine Yamal or Toma na knife say Lamine Yamal and some deserve the Ballon d'Or and no dear friend na unim say Olympic Marseille woman is short ball game no koso enra ka kete na ka bibia and some na ya say na yambo na branch friend say Murillo yamona baso no and onya go no afem ama team na do some no and some na deba na say 90 plus and a branch Murillo ss go no and some na demo woman is short ball game no koso na and Obama young so enra Obama day atwatna seven table no game no I want some no reunion so once a Chelsea center back no Lawe Kowo was so try into a Brighton and maybe a manager no Anthony ni Dijuma Roberto Di Salvi womo ana womo and some and Osho womo TV ni so and branch Lawe Kowo and some the Korean match ni Bioko and so and the former manager friends Roberto Di Salvi womo ko try reunion try picture why them and some the paper na me Aduma the French Super Cup no na PLC no Olympique de Marseille and Bonnie atese koso of France no wo say omo de beko Kuwait and wo say omo ensom na betimi ade Super Cup no ensom na room e Kuwait yate ensom no pede ma na wonim say Christian Kevo say manager mate say Juve wo me Kagari game no mate say manager don consider 5 changes o game no no a report if you whatever yate ma won some ni na no ensom na de ba Juve on say Juve for no Wontumi Atlanta I was Serie A 7 years in here na I dream pan ya say the bia betima ko kama I was game no na fear say nyama and some never say say record break na baba so and I said to me and break I know Jeba da Piero mate I said that Piero ebe was stadium na on also a monitor game na no later say phone my dem I don't some no and them na be say Juve one be say Manchester United and Chelsea target from Dusan Vlahovic no na me aduma January one be say Tom player no and now they say when we Abama boy no and some let me go free and no I report for my dem I don't some no and some let Emma na say Juve me the Juve and some we Mami John Stones nearly come on Roberta me say can say John Stones so oko in the city yes and come on no eguso I cost we ko enche na the contract and so by we say when we say the new contract I know no kwa I have Foden Rodri and after Josco Vadiol woman you players I say me woman and some a new contractor woman go some nothing come out now Pep Guardiola and Omuzan says say and Kodano do baby ana matiti woman and Kofabe Fakoko Palmanum Morgan Rangers and after Jeremy Frimpong and after Jimmy Gittens num and Romeo Lavia woman you know I dare some more and some from the academy Wontumi sporty woman do a be number Kofabe at the corner and they say now players the top players ko Palmer kwano or a star boy at the match Chelsea at him no na Pep Guardiola and some kaka and some to drop Pep yebeti no na and some of them to drop do some pino and some that they abana fi o say nyama ebe say konti Pep Guardiola and some
in the Hamana players like unfortunately left for the reason why they were the top class players above and could not have the space. It will be, my God, it will be a start 11 right now in the, in the first team. Because if you start to count the incredible players all in other clubs that was been educated and been played here in Man City Academy, but imagine the Hamana players like unfortunately left for the reason why they were the top class players above and could not have the space. It will be, my God, it will be a start 11 right now in the, in the first team. Because if you start to count the incredible players all in other clubs that was been educated and been played here in Man City Academy, but imagine the Hamana players like unfortunately left.
Pep Guardiola and somebody be to Dana Pep. Muga more ball and Ballon no Kawaka saying that we want to return to it yard. What are you to the same? Oh, you kind of greatest Kawaka. Ayobia or no super rating is a dear player piano or coaching players. No more Kawaka a different way the greatest. Our ball and a player no and some about ahead of the game. We more any city ever ball yentie manager I for the Pep Guardiola on Kawaka and some return to it yard.
Among the right backs that you've played with and
one of the greatest in terms of consistency and no injuries and play every single game, incredible figure in the locker room. So I kind of don't analyze for 1 week, 1 month, and like 8 years I've been with us. In 8 years, 6 Premier League, Champions League, I don't know, 18 titles. Always being there in the good moments, bad moments. So Kyle, it's of course the last season was tough for everyone, for him, for all of us. But I don't judge one behavior for a short period of time. It was unbelievable.
Where does he rank
more ranking our players in the Okasa, a branch in a friend say Kawakani or Bekasa is one of the greatest and no I to Atudomus and Senamia Tuma, Boba for right back be at the no and so much me a banana so branch your friend say Kusan of no we're happy for the guy. I want no and some never to me Juma Matthias Nunes no Rico Lewis no bet me a ball and one day one sudden and sudden problem do every corner John Stones and so bet me what me deploy no I'm an abo about that position to one corner and then there's a problem and so now and no I am some manager no day atuja you know some day by Manchester and so a ball Brentford no mu game no early kick off and no more ball Brentford team no now when we said the last 3 games and one day and I'm a manju I'm a room I started on the as I say or come break it Chelsea they are not or continue and my Chelsea record there Old Trafford no tonight so I am not this on my Chelsea message record that I'm more continue and so I'm a record here Juma I'm a room and then so be a man for our name say over to me at Yanko Foy because my last 3 games you know Brentford I'm 4-3 I say mobile 1-1 and then ya so musama mo 4-0 nza emo dempa na say ya resa biama and some no betima come back to back no ya resa manager and some no betima nya victory and Manchester United come mine ever start and I saw to me and some now start ya be try European Amorim no na ya resa biama some no be siako ayante and the sun later sini nyina no atem ama na no pe so na manager no mari atuda was say obetimi aka say ne adu and it says so more game home at the momentum and some nearby a creative momentum in the team no now or say a potential win now at the charisma other team no and some now say Manchu and some let me and the Manchu yenim emrebia no woman so bounce back now and your man switch na ko come there I'm a Manchester United manager Eric Kakra and some not to draw you bet Kakra already to draw Kakra we try say we may build a winning mentality and as a momentum our Manchester Yenti Amorim.
That is a kind of baby step in terms of improvement. If you want the improvement that you're seeking, you need to win games in a row. Do you feel confident about that? Because I think a lot of fans don't really trust the team to be able to play 2 games back to back well.
Yeah, that is the. I don't say playing well because I think we did that this year, but to say it's normal. The fans they don't know what is going to happen the next game. And to be completely honest, I have an idea, but I don't know how it's going to be, and I'm the manager of the team. That has to be with the moment that we live for so many months. So I think the best way of dealing with that is that every game is the last one. It's just not thinking about 2 games. Oh, okay, it's not too many games for Manchester United. Yes, it's a big deal for Manchester United. So the next game is going to be the most important game for a long time in Manchester United. So I understand the feeling of the fans. So let's start changing that feeling and to present ourselves with that urgency that we need to do on the pitch.
Ruben,
Amorim ball and team Amorim and a day Kakra to call Palmer and some grand injury no I had say 2 to 3 weeks and I call Palmer and some chance I call Palmer had and so we got Chelsea and ya call Palmer pa no more grand injury no I'm a call Palmer call in the 2 to 3 weeks said already you don't simply at them number manager no and they are to that call Palmer unrested now after international break you know Chelsea ever send ya buying back now for what be doing Adama Chelsea the Blues yebeti manager I have friend Enzo Maresca Eric Kakra to jam Erifa boy update no said the injury situation is it said the one moment time said the on after international break Chelsea be send ya ko Palmer back
to protect a little bit Cole in terms of don't get worst in his injury, so we decide to to rest him for the next 2-3 weeks, probably until the international break, just to see if with that rest he can be able to recover 100% and to be completely fit after the international break.
What's the problem, and is it something that rest will repair, or does he need some sort of surgery to actually get it right?
No, I don't think he needs surgery. It's just a matter of to manage his pain in his groin. That with the amount of games is something that can happen. So this is the reason why we try to be a little bit conservative with him, to give him rest, and hopefully he can be 100% fit after the international break.
And everyone else, or
after international break, Ness Abranche friend is Cole Palmer, and from Ababa for Chelsea, and no good news, Emma Chelsea, no Jabba Liverpool team go so and a slot and in December day, and a day after the city team say, the winning machine, our Premier League was almost, and it's almost a Liverpool and it's almost a manager and a slot was say, or bet me a Kazani team, no, a little bit fortunate this season, say. We see the bad ever na wono and from Eniaji Yentie manager IFN Anna Slot Liverpool coach Kakra what day atuda.
Have asked me that after playing Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, and all these difficult games we had, that we would have the maximum result. I would have probably told you, that is. I would sign for that straight away, which is normal. But if you look at the games, they were all of them, not all of them, most of them were quite close. So we might have been a bit lucky as well to get the maximum points. Although I was just saying about the work rate of Palace, we work incredibly hard as well. And if you work as hard as we do, you give yourself the chance maybe to be a bit lucky, if you would call it luck then. And I don't think we stole a win. It wasn't as if we totally not deserved it, but there were games that a draw would have been maybe more fair. If you would have asked me that after playing Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, and all these difficult games we had, that we would have the maximum result, I would have probably told you, that is. I would sign for that straight away, which is normal. But if you look at the games, they were all of them, not all of them, most of them were quite close. So we might have been a bit lucky as well to get the maximum points. Although I was just saying about the work rate of Palace, we work incredibly hard as well. And
monitor Wontumi Sports Weekend Edition live on 101.3 and after TV no Wontumi TV live on Facebook also you go so the latest in Bana also na team no and William Saliba weekend here you didn't won come at the Janina no and it's an agreement one in Liverpool and Arsenal and some team na cross Roberto Nasafe what did Juma at them amatim no say now we target at the mama de na mad for no target is Saliba there and komo ebefano na atata anwa and wo musane say reporter na nam famumu and famamu be anu atibi yaso Madrid for so Madrid ntua wo mo ya ni say ne wo ma be fa boy and some maginako na wati bisa say enwema bi ni sansam bi ekukọ koso na yentie atata na response to Madrid and I converse omo ebe fa Saliba edeneko manager I fan Mikel Arteta I respond yentie manager no.
I didn't want to be specific, but it was obvious the amount of noise that it was around certain clubs. We don't have to name many teams, but there are not as well that many that can come and get Willie out from Arsenal, and probably him being happy to discuss it. So it was clear, and again, he was so transparent and honest from the beginning. In general, I didn't want to be specific, but it was obvious the amount of noise that it was around certain clubs. We don't have to name many teams, but there are not as well that many that can come and get Willie out from Arsenal, and probably him being happy to discuss it. So it was clear, and again, he was so transparent.
Derby no, Barcelona's Madrid derby here, and you must say Nami Aduma game no, and some ebetinya Barcelona doing something no, Manchester Nami Aduma, and no Barso 250 ya, and no more board the Madrid derby, and that's a metro no, I have here a Barola, a center referee, or Behante, and a Samat no, na Sora Kamame derby incident to be nafe, Yeni and Como memorable moment, and no, I the Madrid derby, emu na fair said the Mexico anymore. and so ebinye asaraka projected ya maduba bi Ronaldo said no de sato na no na utumi se ne o ka wo ma no and so na to ma goals ne the players ne be no Sergio Ramos and Pimbi awosoro atasanya so movement we nyina no ayade se ye betumi anya bi na me aduma nanwe e game na se wie ne asere mi man so siko na Metropolitano wo mo stadium no and next spectacular mosaic no na me aduma wo mo se baba so atase wo mo chese ebeko up to 360 degrees display our entire stadium atase cars wo mo ebe display the best 70 and 1000 DM wo mo and so ebetimi a future yate awon some ni na de bench stadium mo de e wo be de awon so ebe ja e wo be shege amama dra bra wo mo and so ra wona for mo abo wo mo game at Atletico na wonim say in the journalist nra and wo mo say Diego Simeone say Julian Alvarez ebo adiem atia Mbappe on say wo mo mi obi nyina no obi a great form na Simeone say wo mo say Alvarez no and you can say Mbappe no mi no say obi a afa form your question of the day can you drop in no na ye busa say Mbappe and after Julian Alvarez and why and the back carry the day FM Amanit club na ye busa manager na say ono de somewhere amu say central for no way for the press mo central for mo na mo betimi ajage wono de on judge rivals or no on judging the rivals area or Kasam ade afani opponent and so player do I can say Julian Alvarez no bia we are committed to the club and after the team and boys here mo ball around him no or mo ball around him no and so bia penasem to already do betimi kan and so no na o mo say Vinicius Junior say Alonso bibi o Madrid na Alonso position no better obo Vini Junior no so obeka bibi ana and was say Sasa mredi musa mekra was say this not for me and the question we no Alonso and a ba musa no name no one on to me and some and a questioner and a central for and some the musa no na and I may tisa any position no when the team no me tisa David Hanko and after the all partner Julian Alvarez anyone no and say coach no and so afraid and all drinking was say and say osi and anymore one what they Julian Alvarez animu ate awon somni nyina no atem ma na e so no so na unim say ene Madrid ye to certain Horizon ene militao wo mu ebe start center back abom enom ye die phone ma de bento tia e ma ne nwa kra se ne den Horizon ana fe militao wo mu kete wo mu cheche ho enso na boso a na chese ne wo mu to mo tuma mfifi no ya teachwa mani ana fe abranche fedival valve ne agagula womo ensom ebe masa mefodho ade amom nti possible 11 ana sadaka project ade mwato so de amatibot kotwa ebe da militao den Horizon ana Africa vazanom Carreras womo ensom ebe botro mani onfifi agagula so na fe fadi vavadi Franco Mastantuano ebe bo woni Vini Junior and Mbappe womo ana be aduma ade ama Madrid boboko no national black adam ade ama Atletico ana fe Norman ensom na Ballon and I feel Lorente and I feel Abranche David Hanko one and some number Coke Resurrection Pablo and the Barros and some number or Bojiliano Fifi and I feel Abranche Griezmann and the Julian Alvarez and I completed anyone of the Ama and the team of Atletico Yares and the Madrid derby and some number Tinacoso now we say Barca Emra and Montebas goalkeeper one Garcia was a queen some asemo Barca keep ya say wa ba e man for so keep atenkwa wonom ana ebeti Barca team yi na wakakopra Barca release statement anra as a boy no opra no pay ya tisi 11 am ana surgery no and so ebekoso ede ama branch one Garcia tiara surgery no bekoso na ya read the extent of the injury said the boy and so ebeti na toaso abedi juma ede ama Barca na me tisi Barca woman to Diego Cochan under 20 World Cup and when I said on serve as a deputy and a backup was exactly and no reporter and said the American goalkeeper and I met SM returning from Tulia. One also Anthony Rona February come a tournament and some Sunday and started the mom at goalkeeper SM Obana for Betty Juma and the Ama Bossa I was Spotify Camille reporter and woman said momentum concern yet no mom the Anthony MBA Womba ball on Mauritania Womba ball against Rona and on the 18th of October no eventually I'm almost 45,000 in the capacity and on and it's on 18th of October we will be back na Mauritania no crano 45,000 and we and some ebetimianya and a reporter if on my table latest no ya dem Leonardo DiCaprio American actor and as a film producer Leonardo DiCaprio and some kakatuga was a big fan of Leo Messi na obeka se yeka legend and yeka gold game no masa Messi ni so was Messi no ball however bomb no wiase no Leonardo DiCaprio someone mo kaka na Leonardo ni yentie no on say Messi the greatest goat yeka greatest of all timer Messi na chi ene nanim obiani wo.
So the soccer is very important for us. I remember you went to a soccer game for seeing Messi. Do you fan of Messi? Do you like his football?
Of course, he's the big soccer fan.
Well, yes? No. Well, I'm a Maradona fan. I'm a Messi fan, but I'm a big Maradona fan, and I had the pleasure of meeting him and spend some time with him. So, but. I like soccer, but not, I don't know it as well as I would like to, but I'm a Messi fan.
I'm a huge Messi fan.
Yeah?
The legend. The GOAT.
Great. I come from Argentina, so the soccer is very important for us. I remember you went to a soccer game for seeing Messi.
Yes.
Do you fan of Messi? Do you like his football?
Of course. He's the big soccer fan.
Well, yes? No. Well, I'm a Maradona fan. I'm a Messi fan, but I'm
Moreno and so Benzema Nyami Aduma Yarasa when they were getting a banana for Bedini Jumano now you are so much like Benzema Benfica Moreno no and Nyami Aduma January and yet is a side way Jose Moreno and some number Santono Cotru now Benzema Bona Jumate Emma Benfica etim na no fuel and the Bene OS and Yamasi Kwamete Lautaro Martinez Clubber was so mobile and then against Cagliari Calcio was 11 and a 10 more and no Lautaro Martinez here as a ghost room float Amaunia Bra game room and so much me across Diego Milito as a Militao and as a Lautaro Martinez in the day Obeba and Chakra Obe returning to racing no na Femiaman son Ayakama and no Ayakaka and no Sofio at the Eba Yadu 70 at the Emma and then also the Sania Kake for Matebana team no Panamo Mame Abrat Papa Fans and Piero Silio na yani come Piero Silio so Ayobia Yatis office Liverpool and Bahela and some the office Liverpool Abanemo reporter and say I just still Obe remain Inter now Wayana Juma Inter na Finiama Ayakama no Ayakaka and also for Matebana West Ham team no Yatis breaking news here studio Bayani as a Grand Porter and so say Grand Porter and the entire backroom staff say Yasaki Womwa Yaja Womukwai and I say West Ham United Womo and the confirmation and so Grand Porter and so Wabrepa Ope any coach Wabra Aquari wabre adwuma bia de mana ne apam no say won Lampard money Rooney money ade dem say wo mu born coach ne de nkoyi na mabibie na afi abafo na afi tufo nsomre na afi yamre room na bibia nso enko kama emfa ema na no pay e show so Wontumi 101.3 and afi Wontumi TV Wontumi Sports work in the hard party. Say a baby my besign at Wasu Eddie Amamba live on Facebook. I'm saying internet nano pay play stubborn roper. I've day sanity woman nice. To four. I'm someone called baby. Good. I'm the matches near Basso. You be reminded. You will remember your fat a also. But still, yeah.
And I'm doing and Chimuni and we never guide one make it the right choice.
Oh, yes.
I'm our value options and tactics.
Some and then Musa Lataro Martinez or Shaka Glari or Shum.
Yeah, into the
I'm committing the Kaka to the chief. Now,
which Mamma Naya, Osman or
Sumama.
Exactly. Yes. Good one. Couple Dedi Kameda say what to Japan and me person me should be on the Bundesliga anyhow or more projected players. Your home Bundesliga now players are rising to the occasion. Abe world beaters, abe icons are who are football no abe born within.
Yeah.
Ubebo Robert Lewandowski, Ubebo Ian Robben, Ubebo Frank Ribery, Ubebo loads of players who free the Bundesliga anymore. Ubebo the mainstay.
Yeah.
Ever honum. Now, I'm not Hurricane Adibi.
Yeah.
And me imagine say encore with the Premier League, the kind of mileage, the kind of support, the kind of PR, PR, public relations, promotions, post, and then near more mobile traffic hono. And Kebeseweni. Unzema cheke Bundesliga or more X account for German handle.
Okay.
Not anything on Hurricane. 100 goals in 104 matches. No baba or more English handle, and also so not a single post on Hurricane. 100 goals in 104 matches. But or more TikToker. And a normal post it was a small caption of the whole game, highlights. To say normal game highlights 2-3 minutes, and a caption a shasi kitwebi. The Hurricane sets record. But imagine say Enko the English Premier League. Enka the whole and you meaning in a
front page about
tabloids name or more post will be a full content on its own. Where Bundes kind of saying buy an Ankasa flyer or my so I was expecting say Enka Bundesliga official handle BBC a projected player no. Now I bring back to the question say your Kasa league be a topper aside earnings, aside league in value, ne sky room, ne excitement, all these things comes into play. Now over here Hurricane, world class striker, Capo. Me on the list of favorite strikers, Hurricane and Rem.
Okay.
And we rem with ease, not because of say England and I say me pay England national team, but the level of consistency. She Hurricane from 2013 down. Every season about now 20 goal plus.
Yeah.
Premier League or G goal king.
Yeah.
To the point that now our opportunity say stay Premier League in man. Obeti me pushy as a pass Abanti friend Alan Shearer record no. But he took a wild adventure say obe move by Germany and tendency but in recent times you know various English talents or no cross capital ever. Now he has scored 100 goals in 104 games, one more than and I say doing it faster and quicker than Cristiano Ronaldo and Erling Haaland. These guys are icons, these guys are superstars. But we have the Bundesliga not supporting their own and I said not producing the works are a bit buttress here dear way. So we a player now be a open Bundesliga and our ambition be say ube Bundesliga and the Ballon d'Or advice on home.
Go on project it. Said America numbers is there. Intika Ballon d'Or man for project body and ka one dey go starting the project this year.
This year and say a twasuko say the questions will be asked. Say Bayern 8 minute treble. Say Hurricane Ebwama England drew a semi-final and now say be a final next year World Cup. Nothing now be coming together. Will it be enough so beji the Ballon d'Or? But again, league no woman no everybody be hunting. Look at what he has done. Very remarkable. You see, Capo, it doesn't come with ease. The fact so a striker now we now opportunity ball penalties, and say it will come with ease.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, the quality, the individual brilliance, the consistency, and the draw. He had the number of matches, he had the number of goals. About penalty kicks needed, but he had the number of hat tricks in this 100 goals. This is remarkable. I was a Bundesliga no. Eton edidino and kabe 1 week. They be able to produce another content. Wait my 1 minute video of the headed goals. 1 minute video of the left foot goals. 1 minute video. Come on, canning in our boom na a project. And you know, Florence be free by Leverkusen. No about Liverpool. So about pursue something different. And you know, be loads of these young German talents. Kai Havertz is sorry I will pay. The tabloids are not a pushy set with it. By Munich and your number 10 Omenya Muller replacements. But then look at what is happening. So I begin to ask myself, say, apart from the Premier League in La Liga, no, I didn't say any player outside of this Belgian Ballon d'Or. Even though a branch of friend Osman Dembele, IAB outside Spain and England, but what how am promoting anyhow did a feed on? Yeah, this is what we free crowd buy. Baby yourself free crowds are buy. Yeah, hey, oko about the Bundesliga, about La Liga, Emma Oba, Mosabani in France. But then France for no will eat on it, and I said they will feed on this. So you play on a Ballon d'Or and you promote to a league. It is a Bundesliga for no more so a couple. England, Spain, France, Italy. Na Bundesliga na sa drop. Say na debut o moda 5 on America krano. And we kra e be scanning earnings ne competitiveness ne be wo ho. Omo be free top 5 ni me enye me wanwa. Say the Bundesliga free top 5 leagues na enye me wanwa. Because Bayern NA the trailblazer ubenya Dortmund kakra consistently omo betimi akọ final bi omo call many but omo so on a larger scale no who are they projecting and omo project saying omo tete no maton Dortmund eneni ne ya omo top player wo so uguasi okona utua kakra uboma omo be bio omo the player ne be ma but you won't get same with Bayern won the standards again no be say how Bayern are monopolizing league no. When was the last time I had another side apart from Dortmund, any Bayern Leverkusen? In over 20 or 15 years, 2 teams penalty me outside Abababeji Bundesliga. So I'm beginning to ask questions about the ambitions of the Bundesliga. And their league also produce huge talents. Exactly. But the talent in free Bundesliga anymore. So I wonder. And Unsen say this week, Capo. Story by say Harry Kane contract ni shim say Samutua kakra bi a obetimi afrim little less under 60 million euros and they were tagging him say obesa aba Premier League nim aba betwa so achieve Kane record Alan Shearer record you will start thinking about this say Bundesliga na mo me hunu so maybe a Bayern eventually omo beji league ni say league ni the Capo wa ni maybe am say Bayern na party no ato ni safre omo maka ni say mo beji league no obehye goals bebre but obehwe no say league na no wo mu no entimi moame mame nje Ballon d'Or and I say entimi mame nya individual accolades so a why not go back to my own Mohamed Salah position on the Ballon d'Or Cristiano Ronaldo Oji Ballon d'Or for the first time. No Premier League in him. She have a Premier League in a projected players. Harry Kane might be thinking of that again. In the back of his mind, they be winning him. Because meant na Bayern, not in the space of 2 seasons, I said 2.5 seasons. Men nyanyoma special, spectacular say. Na still na me come anima mean to say Bayern edge Champions League. Na Bayern Harry Kane ebeboa World Cup ni ya still Bundesliga PR no entimi mboa e man entimi enko nanim enje Ballon d'Or no. So for me a young player and I say me any other player Messi so I may come anymore me Bundesliga ne kakra bia me cross carpet. That is your personal ambition. And I feel for somebody like Abrante Feni Jamal Musiala Hawa was ya sorry aman home so he ball cry Olise boy. People are of the view that Olise cry starts now or so Lamine Yamal. Some were of the view because Olise goal contributions and but from one now or so Lamine Yamal. And people were like, you should be given a shout. Top 5, top 4, and top 3 crown baho. But again, Bundesliga and come on, but let's celebrate Harry Kane for this remarkable achievement. And found say penalties in the doors. Capo, some jumbo penalty share and like penalty share and easy. People shouldn't downplay penalty. They should respect him. The kind of goals, the quality of the goals. And back to the question of the dynamic, Obe buying team no Oma accepting. And then Keme Jiba will locate Luis Diaz or Mokofa and Bay or Jibo na Obe Piamano. They trust him so beat me deliver. I am your momo. Now you share Syria A nim kakrana. Interesting games be honum. Okay. And Syria A no personally me pepa na nipa ba ko ma mani J Syria A no ho. Akomia. Oh okay. Na me pe Syria A ne dey but the history, the background, the dynamics ne wo mu no. Na me pesa to say akomia enlighten me on some few things bia afia ma me interest e ko so pa ho no. Now you share one manager bia also here on the rise. Opinion friend Sheikh Fabregas. Okay. This match the 50th game abroad so Komomo as the main man at the helm of affairs. Unse Ostate as interim man, Ostate as youth coach, obeye interim manager, obeye caretaker, eventually or promote more and answer bois a promote more by the Serie A. Or one of the fast rising managers. Last year and I said this year between February and April, we need 6 games consecutively in the Serie A. Yeah. A record for Como. A settle the pace. Eventually, about Tuaswa, about finish 10th. But you look at the squad, the value. You look at the quality of the players. You look at the budget, the man. And as a young manager, our first team or the Mama Rise Ababe Drew Honum. People should watch out for him. They will be coming up. Shadrach Emami fixtures, no. Now we make bold predictions for Honum. They've had big wins already. Okay. Omo win the first game, Omo win 2-0 against Lazio. Again, almost a draw 1-1 against Como. Sorry, Genoa. And then they won 2-1 against Cagliari. They'll be coming up against Cremonense. Cremonense winning the first game against AC Milan. We a tricky game. But Roche Howard, Sheikh Fabregas, a team on the rise. Capo, they are very confident on the ball. Okay. They are not scared to do the possession thing. Say, yeah, they are more hit. No, bebo. Because Sheikh Fabregas the fundamentals no asho. There's one thing I must say about Sheikh Fabregas. He's not just coaching a team in Italy, but will identify problem with Italian football. Or advocate say Italian football any more of youth promotion and youth development. Because we have Italy said me young player there. You can say radio ye pijano ye tipun say in the next 2-3 years. We never be GBB kra. Spain will mention Lamine Yamal. England there's Bukayo Saka, there's Max Dorman, your young talents go England no or more pay back Kopama. But we Italy no or now experienced players and I say already made and I say above average. Who say 17-year-old Italian boy be Pia be yen there be unyebisa or advocate and then who run the Como team or not less than 4 under 18 players or canis or come set up. So he's addressing an issue. So I feel Como will win 2-1 against Cremonense under 3.5 and then this week tape me say Serie A fixtures will be under 3.5. Oh, okay. Yeah. Serie A no goals in flows are. Wow, Italian Catenaccio football. Anyhow, our managers need be your money, man. Then you go to the big one on Sunday. That is Juventus. Any team in Atalanta. Yeah. Very big game. Ivan Juric and Lusu game this season in the Italian Serie A. The same as Juventus. So about the battle of the unbeaten. Eventually, Atalanta. Yes. Sorry, AC ni winning a Milan game. Yes. Yeah. To Juventus ni Atalanta. Obian Lusu game. Yeah. Now the interesting thing a woman say, team your friend Juventus so one of the best defense league in him. Then coming up against Atalanta in Lusu game, it's going to be interesting. Ivan Juric a good start, but eventually in the last 2 games no. Omar rise to the occasion. Yeah, I come out in Sulemana Eshego assist to honum. It looks like say wabani dim. Of course Southampton and film from
say Jana so hapa.
Ejana so because a natural environment man. League in Wabubia Bobida or the Hellas Verona wanenam ase honum man wababi P. So managing a team like Atalanta in your day. And again Obasashe Omo record in away games. In the last 18 games, I think Zomelusu won. That is from Gasperini time anywhere Obesu Mukakra. So it's going to be another good game. I got 2 doors. So on also game, you know, spontaneous. We beat Nisi, now goes no flow. But also a manager, also a defensively sound of value defense here cry. And then going into the game cry, the Gleason Bremer Crabs are returning to the squadron into a big bomb. A double chance Juventus by the same tip under 3.5. Any gamer goes in the flow, sir.
Okay.
Because Obia lose game, it is sad Obia no send any mention a tiny more draw. But Juventus will need the win because they want to build momentum. And Yehuha Musutini come back in the Champions League. Now Adia Guan, sir. But they rise up to the occasion and they came back. Cagliari, Inter Milan. Inter is building on something special after say Simeone Inzaghi call, you know. Christian Kivu, he's wrapping his head around the squad, you know. Say manager bia obewa team wa udi kan efa squad ni nature and I say understand the squad ni well. And san ebia what device principle and our tactics ebe boom. So we maintain the no more border than and I say the kakra bi be kan. I think so we maintain the no more border kakra na and or the normal bonano de kakra bi aka ho personal necessary bebre Thuram ho Lautaro Martinez ho Barella mo mfifi honum eche ho Asebi mo ho Yani Seko ho enyoma necessary bebre Cabinam against a team of friend Cagliari honestly a tricky side there but again I trust Inter Milan say omobe team win game 2-1 the same under 3.5 now next week fixture in the Champions League no so we need 3 more into all hand who game be so going into this weekend no Munchen and Supante say Sassuolo Udinese it will be another scoring game but still under 3.5 double chance for team a friend Sassuolo Pisa and then Fiorentina one interesting game ho Nyamen Kwanka Pisa for ne yama dia to Napoli the other time omushia 3-2 experience no quality and fancy bia maturity of team Efreno Napoli and a bomber winning against Pisa or Honum. Fiorentina Openya friend Stefano Pioli Abisum. He has to turn things around. Onya a good start there, but you trust them say experience no more one. Any after so the kind of players they should be able to have their way through a newly promoted side. It's a special derby. I think said they are all along a coastal line. Ura history ni man, you know be but they ain't there for the sake of time. Yeah. I see a double chance for team Fiorentina still under 3.5. Now Yanko Roma ni Hellas Verona quick. Roma I consider just 2 goals in the I think some consider just 1 goal in the Italian Serie A.
Okay.
Only that saw be sure 1-0 and I saw no better draw. Now Hellas Verona so your team also lose 1 about draw 3.
Wow.
So this game looks likely like we are bold, we are brave enough a game we could draw and a double chance Roma. Goals they bring them Roma 1 time per and this season why should 2 goals? 1. The goal scoring Gasperini be so many goal scoring MPK still na Wontumi squad and okay. But I believe say a double chance Roma still under 3.5. Lecce Bologna a simple win for Bologna just go for Bologna win. Don't really think about the overs over there. Milan and Napoli, that is the big one at Ebebaso. Antonio Conte one of the most experienced managers in world football and a trusted manager with the Serie A because so the Juventus Beji Capo now the Napoli Aje now the Inter Milan Swagia. Clearly you are the master when it comes to winning this league and then having your way around it. Now there's another experienced manager in the person of Max Allegri. First game Omulusu against Cremonese, but they've picked up and Ejana saw over midweek Omusu Jano, Italian Cup, Omushe 3 in Kunku, Huli Ballon, Omo Bogos Nigum. Then in the league, Gimenez, Moshe goes for Honum, Abranti Feno Pulisic, Afan Tuma Pefra. But going into this game, wohwe Napoli setup ne experience ne the momentum ne krom na omo perfect record 4-4 so far omo na ye team a omo kra 100% record wo honum but with AC Milan so I consider just 2 goals into almost another defensively sound team Napoli are coming up against. But over Max Allegri only Conte head to head and M1.
Okay.
Omeshia, I think more than 12 times or so. Washani one pay.
When it's a dominance no was true.
Dominance no was so Conte team in film from. So clearly, game a double chance Napoli under 3.5.
I say team knows has a dynamics the players for Fraber because the battle will be between.
In case you want to cry, let me be bow. A game one. Mental per midfield battle, mean family new show. Me ana me chef forward no. So me be decided. But we game me person me show fin be Kevin De Bruyne
experience
and then Luka Modric. Yes. And mind you, no be advance anything say a retirement package no maba. They are all informed.
Oh yeah.
And they will literally walk into many clubs in Europe.
Sure.
Say Kevin De Bruyne about many team here friend Manchester. Yeah, probably players best 7 blah starter. How Arsenal best starting and about 1 minute. The same couple of Chelsea best starting. So this is a game and when they say Nkokra
yes.
Yes, Shedabet Naseneshe. Experienced midfielders or multi control game at any point in time. Luka Modric out of nowhere. Obe Poppy a baby basic Kevin De Bruyne. When you space, not the ball, not Shawama. And Kevin De Bruyne and Mametias, say player in crab baller, not space than any man who change the crab baller. Kevin De Bruyne and Mametias because of how we who they do the pass, never 2 hours. Ube kwa share ball na go and ball na be you know who they go na ba.
So no he has space.
Yes. Why never protect him? Labotka and then Anguissa. Say you cry na contribute me value Scott McTominay. Any Anguissa are protecting Woho.
Okay.
But you look at AC Milan, why never protecting Modric? We have Fofana and maybe you can get there's this midfielder. Jashawi Krepra, there's this other midfielder at times, Obebua and Wonfifi Wonum. So we want to say protection on the side of the midfield Ebeko more to Napoli because of Abranti friend Anguissa. And Scott McTominay both can play as a box to box and Abakobe sitting Abakwa konenim. It's going to be an interesting game, but I think Conte ni who do over coach friend Max Allegri in Ebeye Juma until Napoli win or double chance Napoli, but again the same tip under 3.5.
Okay.
Allegri or a master of harambo uncle be said a 2-2 na 2-2 na 4-4-3-3 Debbie. He will shut up shop or be close. Mind you, no 5-3-2 na no boy. As when young guns be a airborne rebuild as a say harambo ni umwana in Crana na ya no muna no film Then Parma against Torino. This game no I fancy say Parma go home. Parma a tricky side, do say Torino so in a good side. But Parma can take the win there. Then Lazio should be able to rise up to the occasion. Lazio and a win with Honum. Then Kakrebi on Graham Potter breaking news now about fancy. It was always coming. In fact, manager and I expect to see about Pamoni first. No Graham Potter before sending Nuno Espirito Santo Krabeko. And Nuno Espirito Santo then performance. Disagreements with the board, the managers, and I said the handlers of Nottingham Forest, because manager potentially top 4 spot, just like the last games, and I said the last stretch of games, no man, players be Wontumi replace Makofa, go Jesus about a few things here and there, but I still think Graham Potter has not really recovered from the Chelsea sack. After say or the Brighton Juma Bebre Lenken to England job Bebre Lenken to Manchester United before so about Chelsea no that Bebre Crefil say you pay English manager or settled or dynamic enough obitima ba ba ye Juma no but we run Chelsea no now then Sako and you ma Chelsea for so do almost kan no amwano obo 4-3-2-1 obo 3-4-2-1. He struggled to get a working system for West Ham. Players are one near him say or more rising to the occasion. Afi Kudus boy style. Paqueta Esther Jared Bowen Kwane yi ne ho infinfin ho ohun ne oye ne wing backs as a one Bisaka bebo wing back as a bebo natural right back ohun how osisi show. So it was always coming, and I don't think so oba recover biom ebi on kwot na chi and steady nyoma kakra na unsambra because no potential West Ham can be
say top level be na untimi fan
West Ham there
except Brighton na obo adwuma na pressure bi anche da ni
so bia ni hono
adwuma so bi be ana moves ne ya na bi wa ha adwen o say ka what's not Brighton nanka o ye na adwuma ka say ka NBA ka top managers a nka ne di wo mu ba o ye say open term as a Madrid be say the
big club a ye beto ama me at times Toma no at the pressure na ebe say Brighton na Toma ye tete ton ba obe call West Ham be say for we Chelsea the Bewia bra and then he was one of the young managers na me say omo blazy trail na you can't English young managers obetimi arise na obeyi bibi sonko beji Capo bi na say yetimi abo English managers say oh we in the future cry obetimi predict so obeji Premier League ni bi and then Eddie Howe, Graham Potter we share you can ultimate found sense so ahame pa Graham Potter personally na me person Chelsea be pa mo no because no omamudigua ni ade but
na oni age
but na the fundamentals ne the same thing can happen to Amorim if they were jumping too high and then he say why you know Manchester United Sakina he may not recover just like Villas Boas so it's I feel for him that he should sit back and then get his acts together because one of the fine young managers Brighton Jumo be here you know Kaisedo ne Japan the Asian nigga me pray amone can say Welbeck mo we are na asise ni nyina Billy Gilmore we are na asise ni nyina enehwe aje gubi na edidi ho deserve buy one brand na we Graham Potter na lay foundation na deserve di be here ono so nya big move okono so I don't know maybe Brighton for the South Sudan
There's a bedroom of Yamas Africa.
Black Star so honum tea. Capo Otawisi can give you on. Otawisi can do baby. Now, Otwado Namin Pena, we know now we know. But you probably are not coming to far a suspect. Oh,
I sure know I don't me
say, want me.
So, Capo from where you went.
Yeah, Pedro, yeah, he come or call a France for a Martin. The other if for the Côte d'Ivoire for the Unima having that. So, fan ahead of we to get a coach there. Where the over there? We are Bob Alcofa, Ghanaian players here who are more Brucci, foreign one or the bar. We, but for Brain, that's the issue. Yeah, ask them the
a show
the video. Yes, now to the October by Sena.
Black Stars moon, you be everything.
David, we will be done. We done
2 months.
We couldn't groom gra. Obes your tree come by force.
I have a channel panel. Yes, shooting a life no.
Shooting, yeah.
Steady. Africa has a higher toxic.
Terran
but coaches are hired to be fired.
Of course.
It's very painful. Say Graham Potter started very well, but life there be a case we movie it made the start to career.
Yeah.
From Brighton to Chelsea, I felt that I have Frank Lampard now also taking the time and learning much on the job before making a move. But I feel that Abrabono Sahani City and TAB are moving forward no. You see, one liga Nipa Bebrena focus on attention on because it is just 2 teams or 3 teams depend on a monitor in that particular league is the Spanish La Liga.
Okay.
Now especially in Africa, the patronage of Spanish La Liga in Misro as compared to the Premier League and how Uncle 4 expected that particular league.
Yeah.
Now, one Liga, there are certain players in the Liga until more some in the league. But when it's time for them facing against Madrid and Barcelona, that is where you see them. We just say EC Palacios at Real Sociedad in the season or Moshi.
Okay.
But when it is against Madrid or against Barcelona,
you see him
or Chai Messi Pro Max. Yeah. Then I go Aspas at Celta Vigo, Ubinya Boja Iglesias, Anti Budeme, Brian Zaragoza. These are all players Nipa will now time discussion.
So, yeah.
Yes, but that is the nature of the Spanish La Liga. You will definitely get these players and they will definitely give you the antidote that you are looking for. Okay. Now, this particular weekend in the Spanish La Liga, interesting fixtures. Amidst the Madrid derby now at Barcelona, Barcelona will be playing at home against Real Sociedad. Now, this has been a fixture. In the last 2 games, Barcelona fulfill said it has been very I hear one fixture they always struggle to beat them, even though last season when they last met at the home grounds of Barca or Montjuic, Barca won 4-0. But in the first half the game was 0-0. Real Sociedad here one side that are very, very troublesome, especially when they play against Barcelona.
Okay.
Now this season Barca about 6 games in the La Liga, 5 wins with 1 drawn game against Rayo Vallecano, where Omuku take a 1-0 leader. Isi Palacios, Kuruyes, Akotike, Emma game near 1-1 Ewo Honum. Now, this particular game, Barcelona are thinking too much of the game they have against Paris Saint-Germain. Because right after this game, the next game they will be playing in the Champions League is a very big fixture against my friend or PSG. Now, so the injury content of Barca a major cause of worry, because in the Fermin Lopez last Sunday game on boy and Uprai, and is expected to say Obeko out for 2 months. Gavi already is on a 5-month injury spree. And there's been reports that Juan Garcia or flourishes so much for Barcelona. 6 games awabo Ocean Antes named the performance in the Barcelona setup. Now Oko injury for 4 to 6 weeks ebehaji. Inti so injury situations in the down. But the good news is that Alejandro Baldi and then Lamine Yamal has started recovery. Ebia way more corner, but losing Rafinha at this point in time, any games they did Barcelona, it is quite unfortunate. 3 weeks there, I feel say they can put things together. But clearly this season, in the last 4 games at Barcelona for Abono, say if certain players are not there, the system the manager Hansi Flick is trying to craft is definitely pushing them around and gradually be moving up the shadow. For me, Barca Real Sociedad game and yet too difficult a fixture for Barcelona, and I have a strong conviction say after the 90 minutes they might be able to pick all the 3 points against Real Sociedad. And more say they are looking into that game with one eye on the Madrid derby. Because certainly Barcelona will want to top the league table moving into the international break, so that right after international break, gather momentum, shape up their system to match of the entire season. But I feel that beating Real Sociedad and getting 3 points should not be too difficult for Football Club Barcelona. Now, Capo, to the Madrid derby. One fixture. Mpanyinfoɔ ka asɛm sɛ akoranya sika na ɔbɔ bra ɔtae ne mpanyinfoɔ epempen so gidigidi. Usually previously nanka fixture we nya fixture nipa bebre na be discuss because na Atletico will see and Madrid will see enti gap no mu wa even though share their meetings in the La Liga, 91 for Madrid, 41 for Atletico. The gap is very huge. But ironically, drawn games are Atletico ni Madrid abono. A draw so change the number of wins or mangasa as a football club or Monzaka. 44 drawn games in the La Liga so far. And it shows the trajectory of how these two teams go whenever they go 2-2. Now, Capo, the last time I had a win in this particular fixture was way back in 2022.
Okay,
a win in this particular fixture. Our venue now, game.
Okay,
that is a game. Rodrigo ni Vinicius, Ekoshe 2 goals. Proud to that particular game. Now the racism chants. One Idikodu are they blacks animal. The chants were against Vinicius, Rodrigo, and other stuff. And Omubo Remu at the Wanda Metropolitano, Ekoshe Atletico by 2-1. And since then, Capo, I had done for us to get a win. Say the Madrid derby, Obi winning game hands down. I have very difficult.
Tight fixture.
Sure. Even say extend the crowd. They are called other competition. When they meet, a fierce battle. And you see, this particular season, Atletico Madrid 6 games or more in the Spanish La Liga so far. No? They've enjoyed the least number of possession or more 59%.
Okay.
And that is unusual of Diego Simeone.
Yeah.
And anointing at this season almost struggle in the results they are getting, because that is not the style we used to know Atletico Madrid for.
So that's why you be before.
Sure, because criticisms not dorsal. They be our city low block, omuguechi and omu defending. You will also counter pressing game no to now attackers need to make a bonashe. But he wants to create something different from what we've seen at Atletico Madrid. But the baseline is that in a game, or go back to the old tradition.
The game our born is
Real Madrid is playing in how Atletico have played in the last 6 games in the La Liga. Almost build it from the back, almost possess it from the back, because players like Lenormand, Laurentimo, they will definitely build up from the back. But when you are playing against an attack of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Franco Mastantuano, it is expected say El Kolo or best set back in low block. Now, so what Madrid this particular season last season na enipa baby omo follow La Liga no omo follow Madrid matches in very keenly no. You could see say their pressing levels no too high. Now last season their turnovers, the attacking turnovers na 4.4. But Javi Alonso by the 6 games I share under Javi Alonso at Real Madrid no. Capo almost turnovers from transition from defensive lane to attacking lanes no 8.8.
Okay.
That is a massive improvement, and now everybody in the Real Madrid attack no they press a lot.
Okay.
Especially that 4-1 win Omunya over Levante no. At the time I gave them about 2-1 no. Naturally the last season Real Madrid now they will sit back and try to rely on the counter and the long balls.
Okay.
But they started the repressing again, pressing Levante again, and quick 2 goals. Mbappe Beko Akunya penalty. Right after the penalty, no Mbesa launch another attack, no Mako Akunya go. So clearly, Real Madrid is proving at this particular point in time they are going to press a lot. Now, said Yemekaino, Atletico will never open up. They will sit back in tight spaces, defense incompatibility, making sure that both horizontally and vertically. No, they keep put spaces very tight so that to make sure that, because how are Madrid are very consistent in their pressing game. No, this is only 8.8 turnovers now. 28% of those turnovers no are result to 15 shots on target alone.
Wow.
Until Atletico for him say you call the normal 59% ball possession and I said ball progression now you crano. You say you be pia ball these guys are going to punish us.
Okay.
So now we will sit back in low block and then we'll go back to the traditional system. What is the traditional system of Atletico? You're defending in low blocks, you're compact. Now you see the effectiveness of our right side. So watch Atletico from last season ever. One liner very hot that particular area is their right side. Guglielmo Simeone and Marcos Llorente. Anytime you see those 2 players, Baku Konanima, Baku retract back, Baku Kwana, Baku cover Baku. So when you are playing against Atletico, now Omoko, the typical low block system, but one area you should concentrate on is that right side. And Alvaro Carrera said, this season, Alvaro Carrera said, Spanish players or my Real Madrid team, especially with the discussion to left backs. Omunya solitary left back traditionally Omuye Spain boys. But the history makers Juma Marcelo Mone and Roberto Carlos Mo Ayato Ona. Clearly this boy is trying to prove a point. But I feel that one area or say Madrid for a focus even though they are trying to do a lot of turnovers and pressing game, but when it comes to the counter-attacking system of Atletico Madrid, they are very dangerous. Even at times, or more attack here. Aside Guillermo Simeone on the right side with Llorente on the right side, no. Almost two front liners, no. Otmi Pierre Griezmann call left. Not Julian Alvarez na as striker, no. Abegina right side, oh. So in an attacking frame, we have three strong tight players on the right.
Wow.
So clearly, a choice say their favorite spot is on the right. So we share the geographical performance of Atletico. 44% of their attacking progression are coming from the right side.
Okay.
So clearly, one area we are very, very stubborn and we are very tight. But it is a very tough game. The last time I win, even the Wanda Metropolitano venue and Capo, Saint Atletico movie ko omabo 8 La Liga games now.
Okay.
Atletico are winning 2, Madrid 2 wins, and the 4 games have ended in a draw. Ironically, the man here magical and say 4 drawn games now have ended in 1-1 scoreline.
Wow.
So extended crowd they are called the last 3 La Liga games or Maba. Scoreline has been the same. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. Now typically in the first half you get one of them taking the lead, controlling the game. But in the second half the opponent will definitely react. The last time you saw Atletico beating Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano, now that 4-2 win. That season, that was the only game Real Madrid lose here in the entire Spanish La Liga. So a game back and
easy.
And when Van say 6 games for Atletico, they are struggling to get results.
Into easy of Madrid.
Madrid have gone 18, all the 18 points on margin and progressively Adia Bakwa improve the playing drive of Real Madrid in the La Liga this season at this particular fixture. Because they know say 6 games on my bone nipa baby kase Jabi Alonso any strong test.
Sure.
Agreed. On paper her opponent now but I've always said that Spanish La Liga and as I would now shown from a different perspective. You might think that opponents are not too strong, but so how the content of player or on the field of player, clearly they are very good opponent, but we bear one of the toughest tests.
Okay.
Now managers in their debut Madrid derbies are not too favorable. Now the last person now or born the first Madrid derby or winning here was Santiago Solari.
Okay.
Since then, Luputegi money a yimunina ba their first derby, either they are getting a draw or Ombekwa game. No. And anytime you see a drawn game between this particular fixture, scoreline a 1-1. It's a very difficult game, very tight spaces. Real Madrid have getting a good run of form, but I feel that Abia and Nebeye a different exception to that factor. Atletico has not been informed, but this is a Madrid derby, and they always come with a glittering power and a glittering fight. But Pushimia, I feel it is a double chance for Real Madrid, possibly win Beba. Abia will see the White Angels getting all the 3 points at the Wanda Metropolitano. But Fashion team say a game there could be a possibility of again another 1-1 draw.
Wow. Any game get to Accra. Into 2 no be born the any who be a Madrid any Atletico game no be. But breaking news ne say to phone na wo kan no Espirito Santo issue no. Say was say yes to West Ham project in MJ. No Espirito Santo be co training in the first training section because you say when any project no pass
because Monday or
obey na why ni ntiam say important dey na juma obey ni say dey
take a break kakra
on ko tranche kakra
on ko share bin
ko sabe pe na yeah dey Mexico ti awon sem Ghana mayu no mayu dey
lineup number.
Oh, okay.
Early kickoff. The nature around early kickoff, they say, difficult.
Oh, yeah.
kick off game dear a banana skin a pause see and looking at again some midfield conundrum asemna saban or started Bruno and Ugarte people were of the view like this is a game Casemiro ni ho and on why in the press conference we waka say opinion anka team no air control game no you will need a Kobimenu in there to help with your control.
Okay.
But wasadi Bruno abenfinfio. Bruno is scoring 10. He will love to score, he will love to assist. But risk, and I say Okrabo now the risk involved infinfio closer to the defense na was should be brave.
Okay.
On sound track back in Beboa. Again, Amorim is being stubborn. Wasadi my brantia your friend Ugarte any Bruno na ebo mfinfin honoma. Obesa she the grounds no mokobo game. In the last 4 meetings, Brentford enya the best of it. Okay, Eric Ten Hag first away game 4-0 no.
Yeah.
Last season Omobo I think say 4-3 ewo honum. And one the other Ten Hag second season so almost share 1-0. So it has not been a very good grounds for team of any Manchester United. Again, can Amorim win back-to-back Premier League games? Asem sebe. Wakanse team ni here so building momentum. It's going to be difficult. It is a right game winner. It looks likely like a draw unless intensity ne aggression now show against Chelsea no they can still be inspired enough and do this on an away grounds because Manchester team ne daho under Amorim no one common feature they are not consistent and now obeshe echina na ni refi ball no obobo na they actually no training within the week ni na obekwa koduro na ni refi so it is one of those things but if there's any player to score I feel this might be the timer Abante says could beat my ABB because you have Cunha and then Mbuemo behind him so far games now abebono was steady Premier League enough when the movements when the runs we will choose the battles well now eventually we team a breakthrough every game Capo.
Well, and say medasi me person me call Nigeria ba ho
quick
na yedi nkomo kakra ha na ehwe se the new si come Newton Peter Latte twetwe nkomo nze Go Stars game no
yeah
Go Stars game na unye yi pa
jingu sawo
yeti Nigeria nkomo kakra na ya behwedi bi si Nigeria na ya babe di hu nkomo ana ma me hwe na fe me manu en akwa bana yenika hello Newton
Capo
Newton Peter Latte international man no
international one I international da we tell now we have pictures and say Capo no Nigeria so Nigeria
masa mukodu Nigeria no Nigeria to say because runner you say muko in batches say odi kan the other teams odi kan ko first batch no odi see wo pictures and I fly and then run so you say the other batches so alande Nigeria new Nigeria mode at say mukodu and say na fell and is here ahead of the game.
Capo no ba para shall to for Ashford and an apparent media Kabanda Algeria. One thing about the Champions League expectation local club no making Supremo and a match no who said this it's always the Champions League. Both have ever done to international park but because of cash standards in the park back up you and I say a class posted in the Ghana framework to do that. It wasn't just for those type supporters, everybody shall say there's a Champions League match at Ecuador, which is very quite different from those type the team of Diana before. These games are different, but a big Champions League there's always the feel of superior match at background. So what by you? Yaba Kabili na Kabili hano one I to say the second time I'm about Nigeria ni 20 million Diana di kamba ha yaba na wenda no crazy the be I just had a glass to show in fact I would do Charlie, but you buy any beer, whether not for some, whether I'm very similar to Ghana, I will move on a pacaka, a coya, maybe I'm not taking that, Sana buy a hat here. So, my dear, you know, the local of the local, if I walk as a can, and now walk as a Santina Kotoko, and now walk as a Western, maybe Blue Western, one, a Sana Kabili. Omo omo di motive no ye buy omo ya papa na omo no we can say club as in officer back to the stars omo a dominant side Matias asore kwa Matias kakra asore I feel we person back to their feet and so social response in fact so I'm like as a Ghana I can tell you so the first time we moved to Nigeria it hasn't been different from when we started here this time no it was very nice session and my we're done cool place in the bar to tell in the roof looks like a couple remember but reading from the mood of these players and from the faces of administrators are a big club led by chief executive officer of the club, Mr. Cristiano, top guy, or top guy with a young social background as leader of the delegation in the FA's perspective. Zico social grounds. We also have Fred Kendam, GSK from the feedback and Accra from Great. Apart from this, we have everybody ready and available for a big game. Capo, I can tell you, sir, Ghana media don't give me the share online streaming via that is the only thing I'm looking at for now from the movement.
And as a sentia boy, that's how we knew. And the other Afro no Usikai.
Let me put the crack and a French at one for the back. The club has no absolute pressure. Yes, digital administrator for those tasks. Every post will be on a complaint. Can I see? In fact, any comments? I never the feeling those tasks will be good. Even if 2 messages or comments that expecting in crying a bit. But I don't know if you press a credit, so you play your heart out. When you play your heart out. And you know, Capo, to be very honest, we should give men a cost for a Ghana one. Players, you know, I'm not the league, no crown of Frankama, we go now, I might use squad the ball, so ahead of the future. Plus, we get fast for the continent, and then we be about DSW, big clubs, it's first time experience, all of that, the statistics and Ghanaians, you know, a class president, it was a neutral venue for even for the place. And it became so simple. But upon having a feel of DSW, when you play with the Dinko, I'm going to say, oh, good. In fact, we were really caught up from the blind side in Ghana. But having to go down, fans crowd on count who are they don't know course why so we need to go all out and play and have very good defensive balance. That's all. Not all of Baku and when transfer, you're correct. After all, they also know that we to go first to protect me. So I'm very a bit strategical. But I can tell you for a fact, Capo, when you give me, you're incredibly back. Katana, so you're Sudan is city Kotokono Africa, no national Mekaho. And the enemy of the Soko, Vincent Atimity, and any day for so if we say, you place mentality looking at their faces, you will be a record. But you know, the league points for this second match more than the cost of feel.
Well, new I'm say one my informations kakrana. The message me say they say Bano say Master coach ya coach Fufro Nana Mankwa and so Nana Ehwechi.
Yes sir, Nana Mankwa was the assistant coach for Coach Michael say club in Division 1 by you know. Not the assistant coach you know. So after sir ɔno no kɔ efi club na ɔgya coach Michael Felix so no ɔkɔ Mediana di league na ɔnka ho but coach Adepe ɛna appoint no as deputy ɔno Mediana na kɔ ɛna ɔno no nso recommend me ɛna Mediana for Australia those stars man permission na Mediana kɔ so the Mediana yɛ wɔ Africa no coach Mankwa was a very key member of that squad coaching department you know coach Adepe yes coach Mankwa no let's see coach Adepe directly coach Mankwa na the fan so and he knows he's a very calm man and if you know half folk na Capo you boy ya in the team so to you know half folk 1 month to cry no in fact now you know the pressure I have to look at so that so go to Mediana now about half folk 1 season now I have back to the beginning at the beginning you will hear that patient the visa I think I have to be introducing what actually beautiful and I feel the beautiful things and coach baby and maybe I want you to point at just a new way to go and even make like a line up in the crowd with your Ghana and there will be a lot of changes. Okay. There will be a lot of changes. So no in the back of staff kakra abroad no mobile no no and I feel like we back in kakra. In fact, what we football no even football no ya no ya bono ya jini and family control so the better mention say you would give me the na udikai you foresee and say what of only plan for what do and call me if you don't stay ahead of time now saying again the goal about the there and a couple years late and these are some of the things many players will go through how to envisage the game to the players and continue to say I mean say I mean among so many players the minor details so Capo to be very honest trust the coach so main times the person coach and to he just want to tell the players to play their heart out devoid of pressure and all the noise and about stadium now Ghanaians what they deserve which is good performance Ghanaians deserve good performance and if you catch the players and say go and overturn the scoreline I mean you catch the 3 days to overturn and also 3 days what's afraid it becomes an uphill task for the players but the coach is demanding a very good positive performance from the players they are ready to score and then am I confident to say kakra am I right here let's go from the backside now you're surprising question.
New my updates game time any said you be our football lover bia no mo twa mo you ana ama mo so what say nya bia mo live Facebook ni ade me fa
yeah one thing is game time no 7 p.m. local time not for international is Ghana na ko international mo time na ko 6 p.m. 7 8 your memo. 8 your memo. I want to what say but I think this if you couple to 7 I'm going to show you now planner in fact this is more personal and manage permission and can plan my say we want a gadget where in 2 I have about 2 laptops I have my iPad and I'm not planning say mama guys yeah mobile down and yes if you video analysis it's I think I make sure my YouTube channel and they are gonna be 8 years old for social media meeting like it and also they're gonna YouTube video show but apart from the behind Capo gonna be very hard work to I can't say this to them but they will tell her the team made up of those stars and coach and journalists via mutual and and like I say maybe I should but I have a plan I'm on a gadget I'm going to stream I'm not going to be able to say inhibition I'm just looking at the there's a meeting like the people feel they know you to wait to subscribe to get me now you talk to me how they're going to life not what you I should give you anyway I can confirm and promise say will be counting
new video no
Capo
dollars now do say all the see new
yeah deny Deny, don't let that be a hotel and Capo. In fact, I wish I can send a video call. So you say you're going to be travelers. You cheaper. But you can't hotel, and I just want to say, I guess I will class it anyway, but you can't offer the best of the channel. You can't occur and you actually you're top 5-star hotel Capo. And then to be quiet, because that's been some kind of stuff because that's not what some you come from there, I do a Capo.
No. Any updates be any idea we out drop here in Sabeka Newton Peter Lato on YouTube is always streaming tea. That's why I be
okay,
see you all.
GH magazine, that's what I got a food.
Okay, guy, GH say
GH.
Oh no, you Istanbul airport. The way I know is here, and I'm news of Baby Mo.
Kunta. About 3 days ago,
Istanbul coin.
From Istanbul to Hamburg, 2 hours. From Massa, we try 8 hours as Accra.
Thank you very much. Okay, good. Yani Newton and Abon Common Newton Peter Latte. The video analyst and come on and say to for any bafo utie Newton here and I say go stars for the pressure be and need pressure be I'm say omoko bomb normal game. Na say be farm na a farm but I say Ghana for some pressure no the moment on their posting all quasi post be anum dia go ana matra me ahyem na masa na wa
bia mu jango
too much Roma de
itina no din
utimi tena o so aro de
the nature of the cup champions league sanity unya tena fie sebi bia wa hadia gidie no form
no
intense intanyesa but I love how our mentality in city unse Newton can say mo se ball na yam pempi e ball ye chim kransa na yakobo ho no that is it, all or nothing. I have nothing to lose. Mind you, me I will go and never carry me mama come in. That is if everything works to plan. Into the match strategy and I say game plan. They said then you qualify. Into match strategy no and never say the more kwakoye no ebeye yamama match strategy no tactics bebem mentality bebem composure bebem because a hono say wa no antics no omema referees no ombe instigate referees na against ombe did that form ombe delay. They should be very careful about it. We approach now the game no ba why ho say obe press obe aggressive no na referee na say omonso so atipple say ubenya 2 yellow cards eventually no referee. So if they can get all those things together no approach ne koneko tugum fa what's haba it's a learning curve, it's a learning experience. When you lose against GS Kabili only a crime baby. The level of gold stars with all respect no corner GS Kabili and a GS Kabili be shen wa ha esa shen wa ha onye boni bia two disparity and I say no gaining experience and a gap in quality in action and no fault, but they can take the bold risk and make a good name for themselves if they now as a for respect say oh we didn't go down on a low, at least yetimi draw yetimi BB there plans are near person executing and mind you they don't even have a manager but send an Newton no the man at the helm of affairs no experience enough near man no more you are kana or the kakra bi be kan na Newton muso ho no omo minor details be on omo game plan no na aboa no metimi renew. I'm not expecting a qualification from team my friend baby any goal stars, but they should score goals, they should have fun, they should enjoy themselves. Pitch in here whether neighbor ball stadium near fair say the Newton they can just enjoy yourself. Put this under your sleeve. Say my call Jerry Akobo game any experience. I played against a top level CAF ranking side. metimi de bibi free fiaba. I think that's the approach I also want to call.
Okay. Bafo on new because Kotoko game no asemo and so you can on some
aside Kotoko had other Ghanaian clubs Omoko Africa for the first time. So we can find out now we Dreams FC. It looks like Omoma Karni na Omoko Bre. At their first glance, they almost struggle. We've seen Brekum Arsenal, Brekum Chelsea. Yes, over counting Brekum Chelsea as part because the last time I knew a Ghanaian club in the money zone of the Champions League, na Ayoma. Busia Duas have also been at Africa. New to be as sure, but they are not too competitive when it comes to their performance at Africa, and I was a little bit worried when first leg no Mulusu 2-0, no, especially from the backdrop. Say JSK Eba Ghana games in the Algerian league. Now Omadro 2, Alusu 2.
Okay.
In terms of current form, there now Munye side you expect so much
not from them.
But JSK is a competitive side when it comes to the African competition, and maybe blame Go Stars will be brave. I don't blame them too much because the gap on no level no and for but the disappointing feature is that Gold Stars here the Ghanaian league champions, and so at least a go there but losing to Gold Stars here and Kenya surprising news say Gold Stars JS Kadiri but tag na Accra Gold Stars no, they are the league champions. And so at least they had to prove something. But some amount chances of them doing a miracle are below 30%. At what the NB Omulusu 1-0 Accra ko Tunisia ko win 1-0 force game to penalties. But looking at going blank against JSK in Algeria and scoring 2 goals. It's Sankayo 2-1 Wahadia. We can take a clue. So we a slim win margin. Maybe I will push a game to penalties, but I'm gonna go 2-0. It means that in the fixture, JSK very relaxed because they have a 2-goal lead. It's the more our press attack no mutisi wecha. No, I shall. Consider a lot. Sure, but as I said to Vokano, a moment koye di Anastasia DNB. A good game do baby na akoye 5 and 6. They should at least give us competition and chess and pa. At least draw, even if they will lose. I was imagining slim. Maybe a 1-goal difference or 2-goal difference. It's okay, but akoye 5, 4, 6 ni midiana. Back to some of us here cause your level not drop it kaka. But they should just go and enjoy the ambience and everything. Maybe who knows, Gold Stars players maybe be banana, maybe a scout in the or giant size ni beat me a monitor na be a transfer be a when you kaka at your Google too, but qualification the Gold Stars chances are below 30%.
Okay, Kotoko Kotoko. Krobia.
Rationally, Kotoko Nigerian sides, it favors them a lot. Overshare Wiki Torres, Dolphins, Nanu Yomobo Enugu Rangers. That's the game. Enugu Rangers for the back after game Omulusu Tunyo na Omucoach Nekase. The difference that made them not to qualify over Kotokoye fans na New Stadium. And last Sunday, one thing Kotoko were falling shortage was the spectators. And no fault there because Baba Ayano is hugely under construction. Definitely, it was also Cap standard stadium. It me host the international game here Accra Sports Stadium. Tina here there sa nebeba. But Kotoko against Nigerian opponents, even away fixtures no. Wiki Torres no cry omukolusu 2-0 Nigeria. And no number ya Mzombe we 4-2 as a 4-1 bisano. Dolphins and so they went away lose 2-0. So Enugu Rangers there no lose 3-2. But generally Kotoko against Nigerian opponent na a little bit of favor.
Yeah.
But the only problem ne say Capo in football say obi ko away na otimisha 3 goals are. Irrespective of whatever the venue is, their scoring ability is very high.
Yeah.
Inti omubetimi ashe. Mind you, away go no edazi ejuma. Inti taking it from the parts that Koko away in Africa, winning an away game. That's about 6 years now. I check. Kotoko winning game away no. It's something that's very difficult for them. In the game, quite for no Ghana with a typical away African mentality. Team be away Africa. The mentality is that sit at the low block, defend, let the home team enjoy possession. Then if you also kakra bi a unya counter attack bi a no wa punish no. No. Sa na kwara for no be in kruma. Game near starting no ma Kotoko enjoy game no Kotoko took the lead. Omo dey call 1-1. Game ni call 2-1. Again almost a punish on beam. Now where now I wasn't too okay with Kotoko team. They say after taking the game to 4-2. Don't mean shedding can manage game never too good because a game ended 4-2. Now it means that in the second leg, Kwara will have to attack more.
Yeah.
And no more attacking on a team our conceding 4 goals here. A chance their defensive solubility of them into your hard habit mean 1 goal be all. But acquire 1 goal deficit, the home ambience is also supporting them. But me, I have a strong conviction that ABR for Kotoko they can get a slight because Kwara for no ball number born or Akrano. Anyhow, they considered the 4 goals against Asante Kotoko. No, there are a lot of loopholes in their team. But so your Kotoko fana, Fashi team is a ball now for number born Hano. It is not the same play they will exhibit in the second leg. It is a very difficult situation. So Kotoko Intimian qualifier. They have their own selves to be blamed for because Capo Tenefi Africa conceded 3 goals. There's a lot of work at your defense. Sure, but one key thing for Kotoko in tomorrow's game, no, a game management. There's also an Wontumi settle for a draw game. Okay. Unyabo draw and one you are there. But I have a conviction say market qualification chances are for them because they are leading in the tie, definitely they will have a slight advantage over not more than 45%. But Kotoko nankasana nansena no opponent omuni omushisha wa Africa no ni nyemo omoye ne disappointing feature omo supporters niti untimi back you so much 100%. But I feel say omoye focus na manage game ni ya ebia they can be able to move forward and then get the qualification and move into the next stage.
Okay. Well, but I say yabeshe na fi yahwe tufo Kotoko
itu atu radio asempe itu atu Brentford honum sisi itu atu matutu o ma share one
na dias asema great
so asema na meka odi indi fi asema ansa for Kotoko I think say the job is cut out for them.
Okay,
it's that simple.
Okay,
yama team for ntia say any draw score line there baby Kotoko qualify 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, 6-6, 7-7. Any form of draw score line be Kotoko qualify and we are number 1.
Okay,
Kotoko avoid the defeater. It depends on the score line again.
Okay,
again Kotoko best team qualifier obviously this will win the game no. Any other win be Kotoko so be nya bia no wa qualify 1-2-1 Kotoko qualify 1-0 Kotoko any other win. So usha ideally no enya di bebre sao Kotoko nsan gu na chi bebre se we dey me yen hwia anaje se me ye bibi hu bia. However say ye ko game in itself no was any probably they were of the view that Kamara goes near share no Kubetima who be Yensano, a chair honor, Finfin, or defensive midfielders. No, we might have the same lineup again, Capo. Kamara exploits in away games, and I say Kakra watch with the penalty heroics. No, we a manager, you would always trust him because in this game, no, acquire any way Biana ebe bass ebe ko penalties are. He will be the same man. I'll be trusting. Yeah. So a better more of role play near Jumedia will be or pitch so home game no role play near more attack minded. Feel free, be confident, do what you do. But about away games now, you are more restricted with the role. No? You won't get the opportunity in large you say oh yeah near my baby send now we will feel but no so just say Kotoko be defended because Kwara bit me concede for there a chess quite them pa. Yeah. So the same game plan but a different role play. Say be a Hillary and your boy hano no so to me say je kon anim kakra a few meters close to the opposition boxer this time around no on city deep baby but obey restricted with the movements because as a defensive midfielder now with defense a breaky now together Osabe join the defense no a support it now concede 3 on the day you have failed as a defensive midfielder together with defense and as a center back pair in defensive setup in yeah. So on role play no will be really checked and again defensive midfielders Amaba Kotokono the last time I was questioning myself say one me have in team men too much. In team men a good player, no disrespect. Yeah. Or Bobo last season pa. But you didn't want bano. Mumbe ye bibia. And then the any be prodema last and a be change so sa. But you here. Hillary bo now bo Samatex. Well, Samatex is different team, Kotoko is different. Yen here. Could you set oh boy as a 8, oh boy as a 6. Naturally we a midfielder. Sabon yen here. Abrante friend who be jew and I show glimpses kakra there can a consistency. So Tine don't so then akoye bibi he's more of your possession ni be and abe hune game the game any attributes ni more onye ball winning DM gegra we DM on ball ne bopa a bit more attack a bit more run about cover spaces but he's more of in possession defensive midfielder so you also can mention a lot about him. Emmanuel Ntwe in number 8 no bejabo. Yeah. But defensive midfielders na more kotokono. Omo managers ni ufi no mutie ya. Money mo boys ni nkasa. They are not showing any signs of promise. Say yakoto midfielder but DM or be stop finfi or be prapi penfi there be in sir. And they in team men who turn he will walk straight back into the setup. Yeah. Hillary was out with with all respect, maintain Hillary minimum. This is advice I'm man on stepping up in the game. And we bet me the one game pay, especially African campaigner. Kodopoku Mahala, Kodopoku. Final she goes Mahala ya and Odijini. Yeah. You can make a good name for yourself. Say Hillary Kwara. Beat me at the game we are. These are some of the games Kotoko legends, Kotoko youth in Penifoni the back I will say, hey, you could go game against Kwara. Again, Zito as a tactician or also Yenimhawa Ostimi shut up stop defensively, young coachy a team defensively. Zito no be lucky. So I have any teams or board dreams Africano. Any a few games we are so kotokomuna adding pass or beshano. This game shouldn't be difficult for him. Yankason could be defensive, but they should think about it. And I'm a team so role play. So I'm not particularly book on a nimbe after video analysis and restricting say Jack Okwa and Ko nimbe role now the bemano and in a bebwa. That is the only change. The game strategy or the game plan is still the same. Go out there and qualify. Okay. It's as simple as that. I believe Sekotokobe qualify. Me the way be my Shadrach, my friend Nchato. Number 4 Kase against Gwiki Torres. Kotokobo 2-2 on. Shadrach so the Bemania. Kotoko Nigeria ho festa. Olusu. Bakupen no about draw. Okay. Ni na no heading mano. Now wabe ha no qualify. But this time around, we say wabe ha and okho. Inti we the matches in Nigeria no historical analysis there. Ehu kakra. Stationary stores 3-2. Yelusuye. Enyimba 2-1. Yelusuye. Wiki Torres 2-2. Dolphin FC Eshe 2-0. Kano Pillars 3-2. Ekoye den wo hono.
One born the easy.
One born easy. But Kora a pedigree any the Kora beche wa han. I drew on Besses and be before for Besses and they shouldn't be a teamer. Omobesha kotoko inshego. So they should overcome this hoodoo. Say a core Nigeria no, you be the first win. Abra core Nigeria or hono. Nafi a team yabwa because why can the be near Bekayasem, but match video also qualify for me to become any more couple.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Diana Ebone, All Blacks, that's Ghana Premier League, and I feel Enron so Hearts, a boy level on this. Omushomo Kaba, Kinok Esubontain, and in Yago Masu Didi, Sena, Unia dominant, so game Numipa, Nese, or dominating game na, or dominating the world team. Maxuda, I already and Anka Inti Masu Didi Dramani Kaka, what it should after Senra Onyani win ewo gamer eno enso ekoso onye ready ana yenhwe nyame adoma ochina ewo games na baso no Heart of Lions omuni bechem ana ebo Karela ene mediama enso ebo 3 p.m. ochina 3 p.m. Vision ene wo United 3 ana Young Apostles any Dreams enso ebo nyame adoma ochina ana baso nti Ghana in league games na baso no eno ne next All Blacks ana fi aduana a game no Aristica Shoba Aristica coach edem aduana say omoy ready for the game etwe omuna All Blacks wonu zemze omunso omunti jagraa o sasa se aban omu ye za eneziti Aristica na ready amudam me hwehwe ma yenhwe kakra bi on
yes, quick one on Friday. I think say Masau Didi Dramani, whatever he's building at House of Folk, people should take it serious. Me top 4 me somewhere. House of Folk I can.
Okay.
And eventually they can even win the league. But to me from a coaching perspective, and I say the coaching Jumedino Oyen, he's teaching them to do because of money, but the basics. On the coaching philosophy, no. Very easy to progress through the other things now. Can on also a coach's coach or a coach's instructor. Into they be an emphasis, no. Basics now match your own. Ball handling, or ball control, understanding the game. We are not work on the social aspect. I want to be show communication and also psychological and also or the become on a mental basis. It is so to me the basics and or chair the basics na motiasia. When you understand the game as a midfielder, your coach influence be brave.
Okay.
When you understand the game, say supplies many opportunities now macra, you know what to do. Either Uber run your creative space ama or other teammate akoshe game. It's that simple for you. And so far the answer when you say the sites are quite difficult to break down. We are saying third clean sheet meboa. I think say consider meboa so far. First game 0-0, we win 1-0, Wasaba be win 1-0 meboa. Second game 2-0 and I will be winning 1-0 into unconsidered. So it's good. Still now to semi catch or say I'm already my dear no and Wontumi interest and I hold hunting grounds no they yanka I said semi medical say I didn't father. So their hearts also be adding any coho about 3 games unconsidered where we need to. And it becomes very difficult to break your game down. I think say it's very good. And so far no, enquire one person pen a show goals no. You who say striker na shebi, you say Kasubontia shebi, you say Hussein Adams man home so gradually ube who omo be you omo on the coaching no. Omo be ti game na see ye ni. Say obia all rely on talent be brave because obia ti the oyase. BT but only the also oye de ma on coaching bebre ko game ne ko ball game. So I think House of Folk should be taken serious, and coach Masao Didi Dramani the oye na on to aso, because for player in terms of quality, popularity ne stats, we share has team ne Kotoko team na o de share tumuza Kotoko players no ekura weight bi almost stats or more numbers bi, but has boys no kakra na wo na ma akofa bia be ka ho amu nyina ai up mechanic say afei no more no able make a name for themselves. Kwame Pukwa making a name dada. Albert Amoah last season has made a name for himself. Sambo O'Neil, Share Patrick Esidu, they've all made a name for themselves. You could see there has any talent who be but the coaching there and more handle no Basebia has is a force. And say Ali Mohammed ne osesi bi wecho afa pa na Benjamin Asare so the confidence don't meet here. I think say yeah has a full defense. So literally they have the best defense in the league, and some American defense will win you titles. A title winning side early days yet, but no man no come on.
Well, bra
Capo, team we are conform for a while. You need somebody who is an expertise in rising the team to the normal level.
Okay.
What Hartlepool is doing, no, and yet too surprising. They started from the President's Cup losing 2-1 to Kotoko, and Omobe Ball top 4 losing the top 4 to Gold Stars on superior differences on how the tournament was supposed to go. Getting 7 points from 9 points in the top 4, it was not a very good. Now their very first game against Ohio United, that particular game, no, I feel you said there was a lot of pressure. Not pressure we had to foot boys, so that's the reason why I am who say Omoshe goes. But Hearts it's doing very well. But my only problem is that improving CD match and they do not score much. Until which your opponent are in ability and focus, or more 100% focus, it means that Hearts will not score a goal. A typical example is the Hearts Ho United game. Ho for in terms of defense, we are very solid. And until I'm making sure say in 90 minutes had to book in your goal. So if they do not improve their scoring abilities, now ebeye 1-1 na ukoshia team defense almost 100% focus. Now one should go. It means that it's either you are drawing the game or you are losing the game. And Didi Dramani and making sure so we improve chances the omu creative be 3 games are matches so far from Ho to Dreams to 11 Wonders and Rano. Omu create a lot of chances, but to put the ball into the net, and that is where the problem. But Mijidi is a work in progress. Afi no masha say kakra they are trying to match things up. Last season, as at this point, now had to focus 3 points. After 3 games, no more 3 points. Last 2 seasons, after 3 games, no more 2 points. Last 4 seasons, after 3 games, they had just a point. There's a massive improvement in the team, and they know the reason why they brought in Didi Dramani. Said they are transformed from where they were to where they want to go. Because the team are a kaka crabbing relegation. A kaka crabby, just that the shenanigans in the Ghanaian league decided to maintain them in the league. But Mijidi is a Didi Dramani will do a very good work. It is still early days yet, but after the season, almost finishing the top 4, me too surprising with Hartlepool. But one key area I want them to address is the ability to score more goals, because the more I watch more, no, na do to go for it. But a quite limited opportunity, say they be able to share one good defender, which your opponent Tomohadria or Asubit Miashi.
Well, say dear Daya Koso ya ni pretty Dumi no Kasima be naibi na abonti Yabako na ya ne Dr. Amuzu Akoto aso nti abafo ne to form a boy juma pa